zero res. That's why zero res do what they do, man. There's no soap, no chemicals. It's just a perfect clean, and they don't get it too wet so that way you don't have mold and mildew afterwards. Zero res will clean 3 rooms of carpeting for only $147. Mention me, you'll get the 4th room free. So skip all the hassle. Zero res, spelled forwards or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
At Crush Yard, pickleball is just the beginning. You'll find a full restaurant and bar, arcade games, and plenty of space to hang out with friends. What starts as a few games often turns into food, drinks, and losing track of time. Play a match, grab a bite, catch up, or stay a while. Whether you're competitive, casual, or just along for the fun, there's something here for everyone. Learn more at crushYard.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
We may be dealing with the cold weather right now, but before you know it, Florida's heat and humidity will be back, and we all know how that can drive up your energy bills. Renewal by Andersen's acclaimed replacement windows to the rescue because they're engineered specifically for our climate. And right now, during their free Window February event, when you buy 4 replacement windows or doors, you get the 5th free. It's a smart way to boost your comfort, protection, and energy efficiency all at once. Even better, many homeowners notice a difference immediately. Quieter rooms, fewer drafts, and AC systems that don't have to work as hard. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months, upgrading has never been easier. Here's what Kathy had to say about using Renewal by Andersen. Our windows look awesome. They did a great job on the installation. Highly recommend Renewal by Andersen. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
Real Radio. Real Radio. 104.1.
Welcome to Take 5 Oil Change.
Hey, which way is your waiting room?
Oh, you can stay in your car. It only takes 10 minutes.
I can stay in? Get out. I better find a good playlist to listen to while I wait. EDM? Nah. Oh, what about something classical? Nah. You got any suggestions?
Dad rock?
Now you speaking my language.
Take 5. The stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
Come on, kids. We're almost there. The map says straight ahead.
One-a-day 50-plus multivitamins are made for your overall health, with nutrients to support your brain and muscle function. Because don't you want to make the most of each day? So even on the family hike, you're not just keeping the pace.
Hey, Dad, wait up.
You're one step ahead. One-a-day 50-plus. The one for you. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Don't miss TK Law. Trendley Kramer Law calls every Wednesday at 8:35 on the Monsters in the Morning. Ray Trendley and the Monsters will be discussing all things law, from the latest celebrity legal troubles to what's going on out there.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hi, half my outlets stopped working.
I got a new bread maker. Have you tried focaccia?
My outlets don't work.
Oh, no toasties for you.
I should have called Frank Gay.
I bet they don't have a bread maker.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your power goes out, don't settle for half-baked electrical service. Call the pros who fix it fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Gold. G-O-L-D. Gold. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, February 2nd, 2026. Lots to get to today, from Groundhog Day Chaos to a Today Show's anchor. Her mother goes missing, and Florida attempts to unfreeze itself after a frosty weekend. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your messages rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. How about you, fella?
Oh, frosty weekend, man. Wow. We were in the weirdest battle in my house. I don't know what was going on. We were in the weirdest battle ever, where for some reason Courtney was just like refusing to want to turn on the heater. And
what do you mean?
She was just anti-heater. She just didn't want to do it.
It felt like 10 at one point.
It was down that low. She just didn't want to do it. And then I looked at the AC, the Nest thing, and it said inside the house it was like 59 or 60 degrees.
Oh, no, nah, dog.
And my house is so well insulated that never happens. And so she goes, let's just try it. And we put on the heat for a little while. Despite the fact that they're texting everybody.
Oh my God, they called me too. I'm like, come on.
They're like, please don't turn it over 68 degrees in your house. And I'm
need
thinking,
your help. Stop using power for the next 2 hours.
Yeah. They were, our local power company was blasting off emails about overconsumption of power. And then I see our friend, we'll talk to her, Amy Caulfield, was like, her power went out.
No.
Because too many people were juicing up because they needed the heat in the house. Oh, man.
Is this not something they're prepared for?
No.
And we want to make this a hub for AI?
No, I guess here's what happens. And I didn't know that this was such a big deal, but maybe electric company Jesus is out there somewhere to correct me on this if I get it wrong. I believe this is right. So everybody wakes up. It's mega cold in a place where it's not usually cold, Florida in this instance, right? Mm-hmm. And then everybody goes, too cold in my house, gonna turn on the heater, a rarity. You don't usually do this. Your HVAC unit, your AC at your house, even when it's a heater, is the largest consumer of power. It's like the biggest reason for your power bill to be as expensive as it is, right? That's where it all comes from. Then you wake up and you want to take a warm shower because it's so cold outside. You have to take a warm shower. So your water heater's kicking in. And then what do you want to do? You want to have a nice piping hot cup of coffee, right? The coffee machine takes up a whole lot of power when you use it. The toaster, you're using like all of these things when it's cold that are high energy sucks. And I guess everybody doing that at the same time made Amy Caulfield stuck in the cold.
Oh, so, poor Amy.
This is what you did, everybody. You did this. It's on you, okay?
Did you end up turning up your heat?
Yes, we turned it up. It's actually a little cold in the studio today, but we turned it up and we got it at a nice solid 68 degrees. Nice. Because I didn't want to go against the wishes of the power company.
Oh, no, that's not what happened in my house.
No, you went right past that 68?
70, 71, without a doubt.
See you later.
I turned it down to 65 before I left for work, and I go, here, you can have your energy. You know?
Right. I'll give it back to you.
Some guy on Reddit, wrote some open letter to OUC and was like, stop. Dude, it's kind of funny.
The self-importance of Redditors never ceases to amaze me.
Stop sending me these requests to use less electricity without any financial incentive. Blah, blah, blah.
Honestly, that's what they should have done.
Cowboy, your incentive is you're not sitting in the dark, all right? That's your incentive. Your incentive is you're not sitting in the dark because we haven't built enough extra facilities to create safe power.
Are we totally ignoring the fact that there is financial incentive in using less electricity?
Yeah,
like you're literally paying less if you don't use the electricity.
But you're so miserable.
This is the gap. This is another gap that we have in society where a lot of younger people, millennials and Gen Z in particular, millennials, my people, and the Gen Z people have this thing where if a company screws anything up or if there's any problem with the company, you deserve everything. Like, you deserve the world, all right? You're, like, so angry. People were mad about that cell phone outage, and they wanted hundreds of dollars and stuff because their cell phones were down for, like, 10 hours out of a day. This is the same thing. It's like, OUC wants me to use less power? Ha ha. Well, I mean, geez, it could be, maybe this appeals to you. It's better for the environment for you to use less power. It saves you money on your power bill, and you won't be in the dark. But this is... I don't know. This is sort of what all came crashing together. We have a lot on what this weekend looked like. We have to go over the iguana lady thing because I'm enthralled by it. I can't get enough of the iguana lady thing. But let's start off as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And you know where we're going.
I do.
We're headed to Gobbler's Knob for the Groundhog Day situation at the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club. The nerds put their hats on again.
Yep.
They got dressed up in their duds.
Did they show up?
The stupid groundhog came out to try to see if he would see his shadow again.
Big crowd?
There's always people. There's always
people. A lot of people there.
I don't get it, but there's always people out there, and they're having fun. So, do your thing. You're not hurting anybody.
I would go.
Here's what it was like. Let's see what went down.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Now, on this February 2nd, Punxsutawney Phil, the seer of seers,
nerd,
prognosticator of all prognosticators, was awakened from his wintry nap at dawn on Gobbler's Knob. Phil looked to the skies and then, speaking in groundhogese, directed President Dunkel to the proper scroll. Which
President Dunkel.
My band name. Call it.
It's my great honor to answer your
Look
annual
at these
call.
Nerds.
So I rise again this morning to greet you all. But today, I wake thinking of numbers and time. America turns 250, and I'm at least 139.
That was a stretch. That sentence was a stretch.
And he's not. You actually murder them and replace them the next day.
I wonder if they're working in AI on old Punxsutawney Phil's poems now. That he's got a scroll in front of him. So to use AI to put it on the scroll seems a little weird, but it's not unthinkable that we would have
the
that.
poem, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, to write it with AI and then go old-fashioned by putting it on the old scroll.
After all these years? No way. That's one guy's job. Very exciting.
Here's Punxsutawney Phil for those of you watching. You can watch the show on YouTube, youtube.com/The News Junkie. Peek into the studio. Big fat-ass groundhog is right there.
Let's celebrate all, young, old, babies, or millennial, and kick off America's semi-quincentennial. We look to the
having a
future
good time.
and not just the past. So I suppose this party could use a forecast. It is my job.
Like they're watching a boxing match. Whoa, what? Shut up. Oh, hell no. I mean, we're 5 seconds away from people just trying to mob justice the groundhog in
Start
2026.
throwing trash at him.
Go get him. Go after him. Get the groundhog now.
This February 2, to look to the skies and report back to you that there is a shadow here on my ground. 6 more weeks of winter abound.
The guy.
Look at this nerd.
Is that
he put his sign upside down. He has his groundhog celebration sign he put up upside down.
Does the damn groundhog ever not see his shadow? All I remember is more winter.
You know what? Hold on. I knew you were going to ask for it. So as anticipated, I got a full groundhog.
Thank you.
Somebody in the chat
rundown.
said that the official end of winter is 6 weeks from February 2nd, so the groundhog can never really be wrong.
Why
it's
have
true.
the whole thing?
Sets himself up for victory. Punxsutawney Phil sees his shadow. 6 more weeks of winter predicted, this says. He does it every February 2nd. Stupid Groundhog Day gathering with all the nerds out there. He predicts 6 more weeks of winter. 40,000 people were there. My God.
Cool.
40,000 people were there. It's the 109th time he's seen his shadow since the tradition began in 1887. So he sees his shadow a lot, if that's the case, right?
40,000 people are there. What's the view like from the very back of that? You know,
not great.
We've been to concerts, we've been to sporting events where there's 50, 60,000 people.
Do they have big screens?
And that's what I'm saying. Like the big concert setup, you would have some big jumbotron setup, screens. I don't think they have any of that. I think it's just this little,
It's just nerds on a stage with top hats. And they're out there like, Punxsutawney Phil sees the shadow. And now that's the norm. That's the norm. Sabrina asked, how accurate is this little bastard? How accurate is Punxsutawney Phil? Here's what the data shows. I see the story in front of me. NOAA, that's the official folks, grades Punxsutawney Phil's predictions. He's seen his shadow 109 times. It's 84% of the 130 times he's predicted the weather. From 1903 to 1933, he observed his shadow every year, making a 32-year run of seeing his shadow every year. In his more than 135 years of experience, lies. There's been like 18 groundhogs in that time. In his more than 135 years of experience, his overall accuracy rating is 35%. Okay?
That is not great for how long he's had.
No, and then what do we make of this? Woodstock Willie predicts the opposite. All right? Woodstock Willie goes out and they say he's no shadow.
Is that a groundhog too?
It's another one. It's another groundhog that they have. And Woodstock Willie does the opposite. No shadow.
But does the groundhog predict just for Punxsutawney or the whole country? Because maybe Woodstock Willie is saying like, hey, here in our neck of the woods. Yeah,
it could be. That's the town where Groundhog Day was filmed. So they're kind of trying to lay some claim to this whole thing, but not very accurate. 35% on the old groundhog, and nobody trusts them anymore, I don't think. But we are in the middle of, not the middle of, we find ourselves in a new month. We find ourselves in February.
Happy February.
They call it Perfect February. This is a perfect February, so welcome to it, number one.
Okay.
And if you don't know what that means the first starts on a Sunday and then stretch it. It's a perfect February. Like you get the same amount of Sundays, Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Ooh, I like that.
And it perfectly lined up on the calendar because the first starts on a Sunday and then the end of the calendar, the 28th, is on a Saturday. So it fills in for your first perfect February in a long time, I guess.
How often does that happen?
It won't happen again until 2037, C-Lane. It will not happen again until 2037.
We'll be dead by then.
That's a while down the line. So we'll have to see exactly if we're all together on that point in time. Probably not, but perfect February is upon us, so everybody enjoy. We'll talk about what the hell happened with this freeze hitting us this weekend, where everybody's out. There was chaos all over the place. We got the iguana lady. We got a whole bunch for you. We'll make you laugh, cry, and probably pull some hair out today. That's the way it works on a Monday. One more thing to work in before we hit break real quick. Don't miss any of the show today, number one. But number two, rate my blank.
Oh, yeah.
So Monday. All right, here's what we're doing for Rate My Blank today. We're doing another Rate My Doodle, which was successful last week where people drew C-Lane.
It's a good time.
Here's what I think we'll do this week. Rate My Doodle, the News Junkie logo. Okay? You go to the website if you have to, thenewsjunkie.com. Look at the full logo. Look at the magnets. That's your best way to see the full logo. Go over to the magnet section. Look at the full News Junkie logo. The best submission today is going to go on an exclusive sticker that we'll give out to people for different contests or whatever we're doing on the show. The best submission, Rate My Doodle, the News Junkie logo. And what do you do with it? You draw it, right? Make sure you draw it.
They can use colors.
Hand-drawn colors, whatever you want. Draw it up yourself and then submit it over on thenewsjunkie.com as a photo dispatch. You can go see all of these as they're coming in on the website and, like them if you enjoy the entry and all that stuff. So there we go. Rate My Doodle, the News Junkie logo. Winner will become an exclusive sticker that we give out on the show. When we come back, Iguana Lady joins us. Just how cold did it get? 3 insane stories at the box office this weekend that a lot of people are missing on, and so much more. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Morning traffic's pretty much cleared up on all the major roadways except I-4. There's typical delays still slowing you down between Celebration and getting through that Dr. Phillips area. Look out for a crash off to the shoulder on the beach line eastbound before Dallas Boulevard getting cleared up. Move over and slow down if you see emergency crews on the roadways. And if
Hello!
Prepaid college program. Make sure your child has the savings they need for college with a Florida prepaid plan.
How are we?
It's a tax advantage, risk-free investment in your child's future.
See you later just for the hell of it, I'll tell you this. When I went into Rack Mini 2, there was 2 of those OBS things, the little errors that pop up, and one of them did say something about restream, so I don't know. It's a little funky, but that was happening. Well, yeah, it was. It was, even before we were having the glitches and stuff, but we'll see what happens. All right, folks. Welcome in. Thanks to everybody who watched the bonus stream on Sunday at 3 p.m. I'll tell you in a bit how you can unlock another one. Also, I want to tell you, today is a bit of a test. I made some changes. I talked to the people that work at our Restream provider, and fingers crossed, we will have no stream issues today. No glitches, no nonsense. But we still need to bring it to Mr. Predicto. Mr. Predicto, will we have an issue-free, tech problem-free stream today? Tech problem-free, yes or no?
Definitely yes.
Yeah! Let's go! Okay. We got a couple minutes and we're back. How many people watch the Grammys, chat? Grammys yes or Grammys no? How many of you watch the Grammys? I cannot bring myself to actually give a shit about these shows like this. I don't know if I'm more black-pilled on anything than I am for the Grammys and these award shows. This gathering of all the same predictable celebrities who have an absolute disconnect with the average American in such a colossal way that it deems everything that comes out of their mouth pretty much worthless. No, thank you. I watched the Grannies on a site. That's different, man. You know as well as I do, the Grannies is very different. Grammys, no. Nope. Yes, highlights. Trevor Noah was fantastic. Hey, Trump got mad at Trevor Noah for the Epstein-Greenland joke. I'll play it later. And Trump said he's going to sue him. I thought Trevor Noah, he at least made it bipartisan. Trevor Noah was like, hey, Trump's really interested in buying Greenland, more interested than anybody here is in actually winning their Grammys tonight. Trump wants to buy Greenland because the Epstein Island's gone and he needs a place to go with Bill Clinton now. And I was like, well, hey, not for nothing. I knew that the celebrities in Los Angeles at the Grammys are going to slam Trump and ICE or whatever. They're all of the same exact political stripe, or they just shut up, right? They're all of the same political stripe, or they shut up because they don't want to open their mouth about this stuff. So the idea that he worked in the Clinton bit, I thought Trump might have taken that better. Not so much. The outdoor hockey game was great. I like what Ricky Gervais said about the award speeches. These people should not use the award speech as a political platform because they have no idea what a real person has to do with in life. That's true.
I mean, it's just painfully obviously true. These people who we look at that are up on this stage in front of so many others are so disconnected. You're going to look at Chapel Roan and tell me this woman has any idea what reality is for some poor family in a holler in West Virginia? Come on. Yuckers, yes, definitely. Definitely we got to talk about that. We'll talk about that boxing match where the dude got his hair punched off, which is hilarious. They did share dirty at the end, though. That was so weird. Yeah, I saw something about that. I didn't actually see the clip. It looked like Cher came out and the teleprompter broke or something. We'll have to get into that. Charles says, I look at the ridiculous things they wear. That's a big draw. Courtney does that too. Courtney likes fashion, and she likes to go, she'll find a gallery, you know, people or whatever is posting a gallery of everybody in their outfits. She'll do that. Chapel Roan is from Tennessee, so she might know. Yes, she's also made about $50 million in the last 2 years and went to an award show with an outfit displaying her full tees and rings on her nipples that could have gotten hooked on any random thing around the room. I think she's flitted off into celebrity territory pretty firmly. It wasn't her tees. It was something over them. Some artists have been through a lot. I don't know about her, but some have lived it. Lorena, if you look at the room full of Grammy people in Hollywood, if you look at that room and you see a room full of people who have been through it, I don't know what the hell to tell you. Jelly Roll is probably the only one who's been through it in that room, okay? This is not full of a room full of people who know anything about your life or the reality of the American experience. Half these people will be on a modern day Epstein list 30 years from now. Okay? Bet. Coming back.
iHeart Podcast Awards Podcast of the Year by voting at iHeartPodcastAwards.com now through February 22nd. See all the nominees and place your vote at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at Audible.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Gold. G-O-L-D. Gold. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Story time with the three best friends you never knew you had.
What a frosty, icy weekend for so many of us, especially the people that actually had frost and ice all over the place. But, you know, for everybody, including, I saw even our friends in West Palm Beach just getting frozen out.
Oh, yeah.
Just absolutely cold as hell. There's icicles on everything you could think of, man.
And what else happened?
It was wild. I mean, a million things happened. What are you referring to?
Who's getting the big bucks? Because there were flurries, baby.
Oh, there were some I saw in. Maybe I'll have to ask Amy about like the official. You know, we saw snow here and there. There was snow in Jacksonville.
Yep, Tallahassee, I believe. And then I was passing by the TV, but I could have sworn they said Tampa Bay had some flurries.
I think they did, and Sarasota also had some.
God
so
damn.
like southwestern Florida, like the state of Florida getting snowed on, as the rest of us are just going, oh my God, what is happening right now with this weather? And when does this end? And it's pretty much going to blast by us here. But I mean, I was watching it, and then I got disappointed because I went outside and I couldn't even see my breath. And then I was, nothing happening for me because there's not enough humidity.
I
was outside
for sure.
I was outside all through it. I was outside a whole bunch of times just because I was kind of interested, especially when they do the feels like temperature, which is mostly just a made up thing. They do the feels like temperature and they tell you it's like feels like 10 right now. And I go, all right, let's see. Let's go out here. And it was an absolutely insane experience for a lot of people. That's why they were all filming themselves going, oh my God.
We decided Saturday night to walk over to the neighbors for a little bit. And the way we were dressed, you would have thought we had just come from a ski resort. Like, it was just like, I had a scarf. Ashley had something that I think she hasn't touched since she lived in New York. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I went around for a walk because I was like, I still want to get some steps in. And I put pajama pants underneath my pants.
All right.
So that the wind doesn't blow right through them and just freeze your legs out. And all these things are embarrassing for anybody listening in New York right now. But just, bear with us. We've got our own weird stuff going on. Because now I want to tell you, I did a little bit of a bonus stream over the weekend that the streamers unlocked. And hopefully tested out a couple of fixes that maybe will make our stream more solid and not jittery today. Fingers crossed. But the one thing that really grabbed my attention, and I don't think most people got it, I don't think they understood what was going on, was Florida FWC, Fish and Wildlife. They had these places where they said you could drop by these sites, and if you find frozen-ass iguanas, scoop up the iguanas and bring them to all these sites, and we want those cold,
are they going to thaw them?
Green iguanas. Like they want that particular type of iguana. And they've never done this before. They opened up 5 locations. All right. 5 locations across the state of Florida where if you found these frozen iguanas, you could grab them. And I don't think people realized, number one, what was happening here. And number two, how bad of an idea this could be. Because there were people who were grabbing these huge, Sabrina, you know how big these things get. They're
Massive.
like 6 feet, 7 feet sometimes.
Yes.
They're huge, right? So people were going out and grabbing these like 6-foot iguanas. They're frozen. They're on like by the sidewalk. They've just fallen over on their side because they're frozen. But if you leave them alone, when the sun gets back to them, they'll warm up enough and they'll reanimate and come back to life. And people were grabbing them. You put them in your car. And a lot of people had like their heater on and stuff.
And then they were just waking up out of nowhere.
So you got a 6-foot iguana in the backseat of your car, and you're going down the road, and you're about to get to a stoplight, and it reanimates in the back seat. It's like just flailing everywhere, tail spinning at you.
He returns.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah. People were going, hey, I think we should leave this to the experts.
I didn't even think of that part. I thought just like, okay, what happens when this iguana drop-off location has now had, let's say 30 people drop off iguanas. Maybe many more, but let's say they now have 30 frozen iguanas, and all of them wake up at the same time and start. And I'm pretty sure they're an invasive species, right?
They are. Yeah.
You have the 30 iguanas all in one place. They all wake up. They kind of shake off the cold and start going at it. Just going to town.
Wouldn't you be horny if you were a popsicle just hours prior?
Probably.
Here's somebody from one of the FWC offices. It says recycle bin full of cold stunned iguanas brought to my FWC office in Tequesta. Is that by Jupiter Tequesta, I think. Office opens again for collection on Monday. It's open right now. After executive order allows temporary collection during a cold snap. And somebody went around and captured all the frozen iguanas, put them in a big old blue recycle bin, and brought them to this location. And just, here you go. Here's the frozen iguanas. I don't know if many people know this. I think there's some like cuties out there, little kids and stuff going, let's get them all. Let's help them out. Let's hug them.
It's like an Easter egg hunt.
They're bringing them to be exterminated.
What?
They're killing the iguanas. That's what they're doing with them.
Just relocating.
Everybody was bringing them over thinking that they would take the iguanas and like put them in some big free habitat, and then the sun would hit their iguana and they would reanimate and be like, oh, I'm finally safe.
How do you know they're killing them?
They're killing them, C-Lane. They are killing them. I think they mentioned
didn't answer my question.
Does that not answer your question?
All right, here. Get them out of our environment. Iguana expert. We're going to hear from the iguana lady in a second because she was so hilarious to me. A South Florida iguana expert gathered dozens of motionless reptiles Sunday as the cold snaps swept through the region. Cold-blooded creatures fell from trees when temperatures got too low. Jessica Kilgore, that's her name, with Iguana Solutions. She collected hundreds of pounds worth of the
she even
lizards.
has kill in the name. It's a no-brainer.
That name sounds so familiar.
She said we're expecting to find many more of these iguanas. She explained that iguanas are an invasive species and should be humanely disposed of to protect the environment.
Like a recycling bin?
We're not allowed to relocate these animals, so some people try to heat them up and let them go. If you do that on your own property, that's your own choice. But we also get them out of our environment and save South Florida, she said. They murder the iguanas. So there's I bet there's little kids going, Mom, let's help out. Let's scoop up as many.
Save it.
And then nothing.
It reminds me of that viral video from years ago where they saved a little baby bunny, this family. Mm-hmm. The little girl was so excited about it. And they went to just let it free and go find its mom, which you could see in the clip. And then a hawk just swoops down and
boom.
Murder.
Nature's just like that. This lady was something, man. They wanted to interview her forever on the news. I'll give you a little bit of the iguana lady. Here she is.
Iguanas. Isabella, you have quite the scene.
Local
Please
10.
introduce us to the lady standing next to you.
Yes, this is Jessica. She is the iguana expert. She's picked up.
Jessica's got a big ass iguana.
Yeah.
For the interview in her
They're
hands.
going to kill it right there on live TV, huh?
That iguana is KO'd. It has no idea what's going on. It's been frozen by the weather.
It's huge.
It's massive. And I mean, this thing is 6 feet long, easy probably, with to the tip of its tail, right? Maybe 5 foot something. It's massive. And this thing is RIP. Like, it's no longer with us because that's what they were actually doing. But she was the happiest lady in the world. She could not have been happier. She was the happiest person to collect all of these iguanas.
She said hundreds of pounds of iguanas this morning. This is crazy. I've honestly never seen anything like it. Jessica, tell us.
Oh my gosh.
This is weird.
It's a graveyard. There's
Look
iguanas on iguana. Yeah, this is like
morning news.
This is like a TikTok haul sprawled out of iguanas on the ground, and they're all gonna die. All of them, every single one of them. They've said they're invasive species. Bring them on in.
Iguana Land or Iguana World.
They're not doing that apparently.
Fun and brings up the local economy, but this just seems so. We're going very lighthearted in our voices on the news, but
she's having fun.
Just gonna put them in a blender.
You see the smile on this lady's face?
Why are these iguanas frozen?
Right. Of course, iguanas are a cold-blooded animal, so as soon as it gets to freezing, we end up having iguanas fall out the trees here in South Florida.
Okay, and like I said, you've picked up hundreds of pounds worth just this morning. You told me you started at 4. What do you do with them after?
The news lady's holding her own little iguana here. Yeah. Again, rip that iguana. It's just completely dead. This lady's like, all right, we got iguana props everywhere.
Pick up all of these all around the
Hilarious if
city.
that iguana wakes up on her.
Just starts attacking.
Well, of course, we contact our Trinidadian friends and all the people that like to eat iguanas. So a lot of different cultures eat iguanas, and they eat the eggs, and they eat the legs, and they eat the tail. So this is
what is
easy
happening?
Snacks falling out.
Oh, we got a bunch of easy snacks here. Just a pile of snacks.
Just put it in the air fryer.
Winnie the Pooh with honey. She's out there with this massive
This is not
stack.
cute. This isn't saying, I would love to try that dipped in Chick-fil-A sauce.
I love it. This was so great.
We're just going to call all the Trinidadians.
That's right. They know what to do with it. They always eat lizards.
Like, all right, fine, I'll take them. You got a big, giant stash of iguanas here.
Trees this morning.
Okay, and I know that you did tell me that before, and I was surprised because I said, is that inhumane? But tell us about the reasons why that's acceptable.
Yeah, right. Tell us why this is
iguanas
okay.
Are an invasive species here in South Florida, just like the pythons, the parrots, and other animals that damage our native environment. And so we are not allowed to relocate these animals. Some people try to heat them up and let them back go. If you do that on your own property, that's your own choice. But FWC did allow for people to go to a place today. If you find frozen iguanas in your yard, you can look up on FWC's website.
having a damn field day.
This
will be for my gumbo later. And
it's a bouquet of massive iguanas. She's holding them all.
Wait to cook them up.
It looks like when I have a pile of laundry in my hands that I'm carrying across the house, but instead of shirts and underwear, it's just all frozen iguanas.
It's going to be delicious. As soon as I get off the phone with the Trinidadians.
The Trinidadians, I'm going to call them on speed dial.
I'm going to get a screenshot of this, and I'll put it
This
up
is morbid.
on...
Those
I'll
poor
put the
iguanas.
full video up on See It Now. Because
This is so messy. Yeah, we eat the legs. Just eat
And
the
look, I mean, look at her face. Look at Iguana Lady's face. It's so great. She's just like, yeah.
They're all mine. Mine. I'm going to
She
sell
couldn't be more
frozen
excited.
fruits.
All right, I'm putting this up so everybody can see the visual here because it is definitely an interview clip that you need to watch before the day is over. Iguana Lady with her haul. All right, there we go. This is up over on See It Now. Hit the See It Now menu on thenewsjunkie.com, and you'll be able to see exactly what we're talking about here. And you'll be able to decide if you think this was a good idea or not. But I'm just not sure all the people knew that the iguanas were going to be destroyed at some point in time. This lady is a character, though. There she is. All right, it is, again, a Rate My Blank Monday. Rate My Doodle edition. So you draw something for us and then take a picture and send it in as a photo dispatch. It's the News Junkie logo. I want to see what you got skills-wise. Draw the News Junkie logo during the show today. We'll go over them later. The winner will be put on a special exclusive sticker that we'll give out to people for various things on the show. So draw it right now for Rate My Doodle, the News Junkie logo. Then go to the website. It's super easy to do. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. On the website, you'll see where you can hit plus image under dispatch, and you can submit an image dispatch, and then just take a photo or whatever of what you've drawn for your Rate My Blank, and presto bango, just like that. It's up on the site with the rest of the dispatches. And you can go take a look at all the submissions throughout the day, like the ones that you like. That'll help us see which ones are the most popular, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, there's Iguana Lady for you. When we come back, we got to talk a bit more about just how cold it got out there and some of the things that grab people's attention.
Oh, you got to see the video I sent you, buddy.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting until we come back.
It took me a second because I looked up the news report about it, and the news people didn't have the good angle. So I found you the video that has the drone.
All right, we'll talk about all of the crazy Frozen stuff that happened, all over the place this weekend. And into the box office where there was 3 crazy stories there. Amy Kauffeld's joining us at the top of the hour. A very busy Monday, obviously. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
I'm talking. Hello, Skill Mike on. Welcome behind the scenes on the show. We'll be back momentarily. Hello? Where are you going? I would guess that you're probably going to Publix. Yes, Publix. Use the normal. Yes.
Alright, text me if you need anything.
Okay, be safe, please.
That lady's voice was hilarious.
Did she sound like Winnie the Pooh? Didn't she? Like, I think people will go out and get the iguana. Did you hear the breaking news? What breaking news? Which breaking news?
With a lifetime guarantee that transfers when you sell the house, and now is your chance to be next. Win them for free. Just text the word trust to 20129 to win $25,000.
Why would you go to Publix when we have all this iguana to eat? True. How ritzy of me to just turn down my nose at the pile of iguanas. YouTube is running mid-roll ads. I don't know what the hell happened with YouTube. I'll have to go look. But the ads are always there. I mean, it's an ad-supported stream. But I think YouTube made like some changes. I'm not telling you to do this, but if you have YouTube Premium or if you're a subscriber to the channel, like if you're like a member, I guess if you're a member to the channel, I don't think you see any ads. Or on Twitch, you can use your Prime subscription and you won't see any ads. And I'll try to dial it down if it's too much because I didn't make any changes, I promise you. Talk about the guy who got his wig punched off? That's coming up. Yeah. Well, I think we'll talk about that right after Amy Caulfield. Perhaps. It's more today than usual? All right, well, we'll sort it out. If I have to go in and like change some kind of selection, I'll absolutely do it. I'm not, I've heard of sandhill cranes being called the ribeye of the sky. Really? Interesting. It's weird to think about animals among us that secretly taste delicious, and just because it seems off limits, nobody's eating it. Makes me want to eat it. Nicole says, are those crows still out back? You guys, go back and watch the bonus stream that I did yesterday, a 2-hour bonus stream. Go watch it, because my backyard has been taken over in the cold weather by this murder of crows. And there must be, I don't want to exaggerate, so like 300 or 400 of them or something. If I go out there, it just whoosh. The whole sky fills up with all these crows. It's like the crowing out there. I guess the cold weather brought them in and they took over this tree. It's a nightmare. We also got to get into Savannah. Super strange. Super strange. Something has gone awry here. And I want to talk about the details in that story. 1 minute. We're coming back. They're flying around here right now. It's like the Wizard of Oz. It's strange. That's a bad sign, Sean? I know. That's what worries me. All right, we'll get to some of the crazier stuff that froze this weekend. Then into Amy Caulfield with a lot of the big headlines of the day. And then we'll talk about the boxer. Then Savannah Guthrie's missing mom. Melania, the movie, what happened with that? Lots of conspiracies there. Some interesting ones, too, I think. We'll check it out.
Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Watching football this weekend? Get the Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut for just $10. It's our biggest pizza for the biggest games. Giant foldable slices, huge flavor. So order now at pizzahut.com or in the app.
Ask for limited time offer. Prices, participation, and availability may vary. Additional charge for extra toppings, max 3 and extra cheese. Taxes, tip, and delivery fee not included.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is...
One of my favorite things was all the things that you could see frozen that were like great representations of frosty Florida. There were so many things that froze over in the weather this weekend. From orange trees out in the groves, and then the orange trees, they're purposely frozen a lot of the time.
I thought that was strawberries.
The orange trees, too, they go out there. They did this with a bunch of the groves where they freeze them to give them like a layer of protection. God knows I should have done that with some of my stuff because I got a couple of plants out back that got real beat up.
Oh, yeah. Elephant ears are really down and sad.
I don't know if some of it's going to come back afterwards.
It should,
or
but
if it's just totally dead for good. But there's some sad-looking stuff back there.
And then I see the neighbors that have covered their plants. But I'm like, I didn't know about the elephant ears and that purple plant. That's very sad. I did end up covering with beach towels other plants, but I don't think I did it right.
We did our best to cover some of the smaller stuff, but it's just been a massacre for a whole lot of people because you have stuff that's not used to this. And everybody was looking around for like the perfect representation of what frozen Florida looks like. I saw somebody got the Universal globe in Universal Studios, the spinning globe, and there's like frozen ice coming out of the bottom of it.
That was cool looking.
Here's a representation of this. You can see on the map, it's still cold. I mean, look, West Palm, 47 degrees today. Port St. Lucie, 46 as we're heading from the bottom to the top. Up into Orlando at 42. Daytona Beach, you're over at 41 degrees. It's still, I mean, it's not, it's not story-wise cold, but it's still quite cold. This weekend, it got down into the low 20s. And Sealand, you sent this thing over. Hang on, let me bring this up. And this is like one of those good visual examples that Florida got a little more than they were bargaining for.
This one's not frozen necessarily, although when the news people came and they saw down below, a lot of the water had frozen. But this video, a friend of mine posted on Instagram, had reposted it. And this was like right down the street from where I went to middle school. I guess one of the sensors on the water tower froze and failed and just opened up this like overflow valve. And just spit water all over.
Oh, yeah, it's just blasting out water from the water tower. That's a good stream, too.
Yeah, does that mean at the bottom it's kind of snowy?
It's more icy. Like all the fence and all the barbed wire around the area that keeps the kids out is all like there's ice all over it.
Oh, you see, it's like, please stop using your toilets for 2 hours.
Looks like Florida can't handle the cold. A local water tower is spilling tons of water because the valve froze and broke open, and it's just blasting out this huge stream of water down onto everything below.
That's over at Dr. Phillips.
Somebody says, top comment, that happened to me once. There's a lot of images like this that kind of show what everything looked like this weekend. Again, as everybody kind of laughs at us from abroad, but this is just the truth of the matter. And there was power grid warnings all over the place. Again, our friend Amy Kay, who joins us in a bit, I know her power was out for a little while. And they broke records. I see record lows. Daytona Beach, 23 degrees. The record was 24. So 23 degrees breaking a record low. 24 was the record before in Daytona Beach. Leesburg got down to 23 degrees, which ties a record in Leesburg, Florida. Sanford got down to 23 degrees. The record in Sanford was 25 degrees. And Vero Beach got down to 26 degrees when the record was 28 degrees. So
look at us.
There's some record lows we're putting up big numbers out there with this particular winter weather that's sliding into everybody right now. Not Orlando, because Orlando's record was 19 degrees back in 1895.
I remember.
Way back when. There are a lot of these farms that are now just like buried in frozen plants, and here's some of the images of what the damn crops look like. I mean, what are you supposed to do? It's an entire field of just frozen plants. I don't even know where to start. It is frightening looking.
Which of the advice, all of the advice that was given out like Thursday and Friday, which of the things did you guys do?
I
covered
deflated
some
my
plants.
tires completely.
We covered some plants, and that was it.
You didn't do the faucet drop?
No, we said let's risk it. I think we'll be fine. We have pretty new pipes, but
we didn't do any faucet drops, mostly because I forgot them. But the spigots I opened up a little bit and disconnected the hoses, and one of them had like a nice little ice sculpture under it.
Really?
The next morning,
I saw. It's just kind of funny, like how you can do the harm to yourself and enjoy it. I saw a couple of people for their kids went outside and then took their hose and just sprayed their trees down purposely so that the kids would go out in the morning and there'd be a frozen tree outside. It's like
yeah.
You're putting it on yourself, but the kids like it, I guess.
There was one guy in Claremont who made snow. He started at like 6 o'clock in the morning and had what looked to be like agricultural sprinklers, but you could see on the ground next day, full snow.
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Go ahead,
I thought I was in trouble for a second on one thing because I got up and I was like doing some dishes and I went to use my like glass rinser and it didn't work for a second. I was like, please tell me this is not like frozen solid. And it just, I held it down for a couple seconds and it worked its way out. But I was like, oh no, I messed up. I should have taken the advice.
Listen to this guy's humble brag. I thought my glass rinser was completely done for.
You're not the first person to roll your eyes at me for telling that story.
How are the 3 ice makers?
The ice makers are, except for the one that's been out of commission.
Well, my bevy of refrigerators continues to run, but my glass washer was almost done for. It seems.
I thought it was going to be a heavy loss.
Damn, it's just frozen in these fields. So I hope all the farmers out there are somehow thawing this off today. Yeah, I mean, I know you guys know more about this than I do out there. You're the professional, so I'm sure there's something they can do, but it doesn't look great if I'm honest with you. And then you had snow flurries reported in Florida, of course, amid the Arctic freeze, Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Williston, Alachua, Citrus, and Hernando counties. In Orlando and Central Florida, what looks like snow flurries have been reported, but they said it's more likely drizzle, sprinkles, or ice pellets that look like snow flurries. So they're batting down the idea that there was any actual snow flurries in Orlando, but it was all over the place elsewhere, and it was quite a thing to behold. And this is the worst, I think, cold snap that we've seen since the time when all the orange groves froze. So maybe go out and buy as much orange juice as you can if you're a huge fan right now. Not sure how that whole process works.
I can just go into the kitchen and get some because somebody's having mimosas here today. A little Monday morning mimosas action.
Really?
I didn't see that.
What's this celebration about?
Somebody got an award, something like that. They had a big meeting.
The Grammys?
It wasn't Grammys, no. It was like a CEO club or something.
I like the idea that they would celebrate other people getting awards with mimosas at a workplace and just be like, multiple people were gifted Grammys last night, so we're going to celebrate that in the office.
And we don't even know what you're celebrating, but we'll drink the mimosas.
Real quick, a couple of emails here over on tips@thenewsjunkie.com, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. What's up, News Junkies? I'm not sure if you guys ever saw the insane iguana hunting extravaganza.
We talked to an iguana hunter.
We did, yeah. They could go down in South Florida. I've seen videos of this years ago on YouTube, and I was shocked. These guys will take you around in the middle of the city with pellet guns, and it looks like full-on assault rifles, and you can just snipe these giant iguanas out of the trees, and they fall to the ground. Some of these guys will have the whole back of a pickup truck full of these giant 6-foot iguanas dead. Look it up, he says. Yeah, we've talked about that before. That definitely does happen. Somebody else, Bill, emailed about the same thing, it looks like. And then Peter says, you missed the iguana lady discussing one of the best parts of the interview. At the very end, the anchor tells the reporter to wash her gloves, and the reporter said she won't be reusing those gloves. Oh, I guess she has like winter gloves on or something. You got a couple of iguana guts on there. Is it going to be enough to stop you from doing anything else? You got to get over yourself. They're not that gross. Can you get diseases from them, though?
Yeah.
From an iguana?
So. Yeah.
Let's see. Can I get disease from iguana?
Do they have to bite you for the disease, or is that...
I don't know.
Am I thinking of the wrong animal?
And they do bite. But
like other reptiles, iguanas are known to carry bacterial harmful to humans. Their intestines can harbor salmonella, but that's inside, right? They're capable of spreading bacteria to every surface they touch, body of water they jump into, damn, and curious hand that touches them. So, throw away the gloves. Throw away the gloves, lady. You were onto something there.
She said she's going to make food with it, and she has like 500.
God.
Nasty.
It's a lot, though. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, here's what's happening. Our friend Amy Kaufeld from Fox 35. She'll be joining us next on the show. We'll go over all the big headlines that she's been touching on and see what's happening. Also, her power went out in the middle of all this, I think. We'll talk about everything happening with Amy K. Then we got to talk about what's going on at the box office, because there were 3 amazing stories buried into that, including the Melania stuff we'll discuss. The boxing match where the guy's hair got knocked off. We're loaded up on a Monday, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Congratulations.
Hello.
You're going to run into some slowdowns on Florida's Turnpike northbound.
School-like activated.
27 exit. There's still delays on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and...
Hey, when you guys say on the YouTube stream, Because somebody even emailed about it. When you say there's side-by-side ads, what does that mean? Like 2 ads at once? You guys are getting gangbanged by ads out there? That's unacceptable.
At 866-676-8477 from the traffic center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by
Tanya says it's freaky looking.
College program. Did you know that by 2031,
I want you to join us on the show by doing Rate My Blank. It's Rate My Doodle, and your challenge is to do the News Junkie logo. Here is one of many versions of the News Junkie logo. You know, it's made up of the News Junkie and then the outline of a newspaper. That is like the icon representation of the show that I've used for a very long time. Doodle it, and then whatever you draw, take a picture, upload it as a photo dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Best design will be turned into a sticker, and it's going to be for you stream people. You're going to be the only ones that get your hands on it. Sean, split screen, you on one side, ad on the other? Interesting. I've never even seen that. Lawson getting that ad revenue, baby. Yeah! Scrooge McDuckin' it over here. I set the ads to max. No, I must have been a YouTube change. I have not changed anything, but if it's something I can adjust, I'll like knock it down if it's less annoying. Console Bob says, I'm not seeing all the ads on iPad.
Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
The ad can be skipped pretty quickly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're going to get some no matter what. It's a monetized stream. If you, I should look into this, but I think if you're a member on the YouTube channel, you won't get ads. Let me see. Hang on. If somebody is a member on a YouTube channel, does that mean they won't get ads during a video or live stream for that channel? Usually, yes, for that channel's videos. Ads are typically removed on the channel's uploaded videos and live streams. So you don't have to do that at all, but I'm just telling you, if it gets obnoxious, and that's one option to do for the channel. Plus, that money goes to fund all of this stuff, just for the record. Everything that the light touches, it goes to fund all of it. All right, couple of minutes and we're back with our friend Amy Caulfield. Let's take a look at the grid. No Amy K on the grid just yet. She'll be joining us right here on our guest slot. C-Lane's diligently reading something over here. Sabrina gone. Amy not there yet. She will be here though, no matter a minute. And we'll see what happened with her power going out. I would have been pissed, I think. Did you guys, anybody in chat, did you guys have any power outages or no? Does it fund your nose candy habit? It attempts to, yes. No? Nah. Thank God. I was worried about it. I did feel, I was turning the heater on, which I've only done twice. It set off the alarms, which I guess is normal, the smoke alarms. But I put it on heat, and then it's like, what temperature do you want the house to be at, Sean? And I put it on 70, and I kept it there for a little while. But then overnight, I was like, all right, well, let's turn it down. Let's turn it down to 68. Let's keep it at 68. 2 minutes. Oh, here we go. Amy's technical crew on the grid, joining us and getting her locked in, full screen in a moment. Ours went out for about 10 minutes, and that's all, thankfully. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, that would make me panic a little bit. Because once I got the heat on in the house, I was walking around like, this is fantastic.
Yo. Is the room on?
It is now. Ladies and gentlemen, Amy Kaufeld is on the grid. We've got an Amy Kaufeld sighting on the grid. We'll get into it with her in just a moment here. Then we're getting to the boxer story. Now, how do we feel so far about our new cameraman Gene's performance? Gene yes or Gene no? How do we feel about his performance? Because if there's a demand, we could give Creamy a second shot. If there's a demand. Or Gene's doing a good job, maybe, you think. All right, Amy Kaufeld. Classic cornhole. I don't think that's how that movie goes. I don't think that's how that movie goes. All right. Hold tight, folks. We're coming back live on the show right now.
Provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms. I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
Story time with the three best friends you never knew you had.
You survived. Shake that ice off. And let's work our way into another week of news in the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. It is Monday, and it is time, our favorite time of the week. Let's welcome Amy Kaufeld from Fox 35.
All right. Amy.
Guys.
There she is, the lovely Amy Kaufeld. Amy Kaufeld, how much were you freaking out when your power went out because all the power hogs?
It's the worst because it was doing like the whole flicker thing where it would like flicker.
Yeah.
And then it would come back on. So it was like false hope.
No.
And then it would flicker again. And then false hope. And then it was just gone.
Nightmare
Was
territory.
it your whole block or just a couple houses?
It was weird. It was like, it was kind of hit or miss. Like some of our neighbors had it, some of them didn't. But we got lucky. The FP&L truck actually pulled right up to the front of the house and lifted up the box in the front and was working on it. And he was like, should be back in about 30 minutes. And I mean, it wasn't 30 minutes. It was a little longer than that. But
right.
Do they came back. They have a flag on your account because you are a person of local importance? Then you get your power turned back on better?
That would be a no, because I can tell you how many hurricanes we have survived without power. And yeah, that would be a big old no.
You know, were you getting those text messages from the power companies too, Amy? Where it's like, hey, you better dial back the power use. We're like, everything's like on max overdrive over here. Everybody's going to lose their power.
4 texts and a call/voicemail.
Did you really?
Yeah. Begging us to stop using power.
Wait, who's your provider, Sabrina?
Oh,
who do you have? Oh, interesting.
They were calling everybody. We had, like friends over at the house yesterday, just kind of hanging out, staying inside. And like little by little, everybody that was there got the phone call, like in the recorded message.
Like an actual physical person called and said, hey.
Well, no. Hold on. I think it's this. Hold on. Listen.
Resulting in reduced power supply. Over the next 2 hours, please reduce electricity use, particularly heating and other high-energy activities.
So they sent one of these around and then multiple text messages, and they were begging people. They're like, please stop using your heater.
And like, somebody that works with us that I was talking to in the hallway that I live kind of close to, said that they got no phone calls. And I was wondering, like, I wonder if they looked through everybody's account who currently was pulling a certain amount of power that would kind of line up with using your heater and called all those people and said, hey, turn your heaters off for 2 hours.
My heater's been on for a while, all right? And I earned that heat.
So what temperature has everybody been keeping the house at during this?
I'm listening to the people. I kept it at 68. That's what they told me to.
68 for you, Sean?
Yeah.
Did you say, Sabrina, 70?
70 and warming pet pad for Carl.
And what about you, Amy? Would you have it on?
We kept it at 70. I did actually take it down a notch to 69 or 68 a few times. I was like, nah, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So for the time your power was out, did your house just get extremely cold? Or were you able to?
It did. I mean, and it was only for a couple hours, but it is crazy, you guys, how cold. And it's probably, too, because, like, I don't know, the house is probably not as insulated as good. Like, when I look at my doors, I'm like, okay, I see the little cracks around it. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll do it.
I could probably do a better job.
Yeah, mine is usually beautifully insulated and always stays the right temperature until you have, like, 3 days of the weather just not giving up on you. And that's kind of where we found ourselves. And I think it's supposed to get a little bit better moving forward here, Amy. But there were legitimately people who would be watching you on Fox who saw snow. Like people legitimately saw snow and like lots of ice. What were some of the crazier things that you saw and that had viewers sent in and that kind of stuff?
Well, you guys all saw the video coming in from Southern Hills Farms. I think that was probably one of the most devastating that we've seen. You know, they had a situation where they intentionally put irrigation, like water, on the crops, like on the strawberries and the blueberries and the fruit.
And you had a
in the hopes
reporter
that
out
it would
there,
encase the fruit. Yeah. So the idea is that you encase the fruit and it puts a protective layer of ice over it. The problem was, and this is the part that I think everybody struggled with, especially the farmers, is that we had wind gusts in the Central Florida area up to almost 50 miles an hour.
Wow.
And so the water was blowing. And so what happened is the water became so entrenched over the plants then fell on the irrigation. That broke the irrigation valves.
Wow.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah, I saw one of the guys who worked at this place, and he said, we hear the valves snapping in the field, and then we have to run over and we have to try to find where the snapping sound came from. And he had said he had fixed like over a dozen of them. And then as he's fixing one.
He's just playing a whack-a-mole in the 20-degree weather?
Yeah. He's out there and he's like,
you're getting soaked.
He's getting soaking wet and he fixes one and he goes, just as I fix one, I hear boom. And another one pops across the field and you got to go chase that one down. It's such a nightmare for these folks.
Are we going to see the effect of this? Are we going to be
I think so.
out of strawberries or very expensive strawberries?
So he did say that he thought the strawberries were going to be okay. The blueberries, I don't know.
Not so much.
So we'll see what happens. But, Southern Hills is just one of many farms. I mean, we have a lot of these farms all over our area. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah. I think it might be too early to tell, or maybe they're just not ready to, maybe not ready to completely give up yet, and maybe hope that they're able to salvage some of it.
Can I tell you something, Amy? I learned something this weekend. And I don't want to come down too hard on you for this, but it can't go unsaid. You have an incredibly privileged dog that is just unbelievably stuck up. And I let Lady outside when it was 24 degrees and Lady's like, hell yeah. She's running around.
Carl would not have it.
You posted on your social media pages. I see on Amy's Facebook, Maisie, her golden retriever, Amy opens the door. Maisie goes outside and gets just far enough to feel the air and goes,
See ya.
You turn right back inside. Your dog is too soft.
Even with that beautiful coat.
But you know what? Full disclosure, after that video, I was like, no, you go outside and go to the bathroom. And I made her go back out. And then she did actually go to the bathroom on the second one. But I feel bad because normally on a weekend, especially, I would go out and walk her.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just can't do it. I'm not brave enough. I'm like, sorry.
Don't have it in me.
I can't pick up with the poop bag if my hands are completely frozen. You know what I'm saying?
There's something very interesting about this that we all are sharing here. And it's like, when there's a hurricane that goes through, Cat 5 does chaos damage and causes power outages for everybody, we all kind of, as Floridians, we grit our teeth and we get through it. But when it's this cold, we're like, no.
Absolutely not. You can pee inside.
Not doing it.
We didn't even lose power, and every time the door opened to let a dog out, my wife was like, I'll never be warm again.
Takes too long. Oh,
it was very cold, all right? Everyone wants to turn their nose to Florida, but they have not experienced the humid freeze that we did, all right?
Thank you.
I lived to tell
Florida
the
cold
tale.
is different, Sabrina, and you're right.
Yeah,
Right.
even the New Yorkers were bitching and whining because their trash wasn't getting picked up. They were complaining. They're like, the streets of Manhattan were full of trash. Like, okay, give the trash guys a couple of days. Yeah, I said
it's always like that. Every time I go to New York, the trash is piled up.
Yeah, number one, you guys are always like one emergency away from trash being 40 feet high on the sides of the roads. It's like, that's how it works in New York. You guys are producing a lot of trash. And then if the guys in the garbage trucks get frozen out, what the hell? What do you want from them?
They had like 30 frozen homeless people that had passed.
They did.
And they were more concerned about the trash pickup, huh?
I think they were concerned with both of them, and then blaming this new governor or mayor rather of New York City. Not a fan of his myself, but this guy gets blamed for everything, and it's like the garbage is on the streets. What have you done, Madani? And I'm like, well, I don't know if this is his
You know
fault.
why?
Up my BMW.
You know why? It's because he has a 3-syllable last name. Just like Obama, people just love to like shake their fist, Mom Donnie.
No, they were getting him big time. There were even his supporters. People were like, "We voted for you, but we are pissed off now." And his supporters had gathered outside of the mayor's mansion, and some of them were upset that in the latest batch of Epstein files, Mom Donnie's mom.
Yeah, I saw
was
that.
in there. She was one of the people that was like
Mom Donnie
messaging.
was a baby. She's
Yeah.
like holding, or there's one where he was like a little boy, I think maybe.
And so anything, C-Lane had said at one point in time, it's like, I think the Epstein files are interesting, and I think everything should get released. And if there's anybody who's done anything illegal in there at all, all of them, round them up and send them off to prison or the gulag or whatever. I don't care. But also, there is a thing that happened where it's like, if your name just happens to appear in there, then that looks
Boom,
bad.
headline.
And the only person I saw that handled it right was have you ever heard of the comedian? I think Nick DiPaolo is his name.
Yes.
I don't know if C-Lane, see if you can bring this up. But Nick DiPaolo apparently went and hung out with Epstein. And then afterwards, the email that was from Nick DiPaolo, Epstein had emailed him and was like, "Hey, such a great time hanging out with you." And Nick DiPaolo was like, "Hey, we might not be hanging out with you again. You're a little controversial, and I myself am not going to be. I'm gonna just feel this out and keep my distance between myself
all via
and you."
email, which is good.
Yeah, and I'm like, look, he's got her on the record that he said, "I don't want to do this anymore." Although he did hang out with him, so what do you do?
Even if there's a picture of Mom Donnie's mom holding him as a baby in some of these files, there'll be somebody be like, "Are you or are you not in the files?"
We need to know.
Sir.
Right?
We have our pitchforks and our torches, and we need to know right now. Oh, God. What else is grabbing your attention out there, Amy Kaufeld?
Well, you guys, one of the big stories today is Artemis 2. So this is the rocket that's going to be flying around the moon, potentially on Super Bowl Sunday. NASA did decide to move forward today with the wet dress rehearsal. So they do dress rehearsals for these rockets, right? So they want to make sure everything. I know it sounds
That seems
bad,
like
but
such a
that's
waste
what
of
they call
gas.
it.
Yeah.
They got to make sure it works, right?
They do.
It's really important.
They do.
So that's what they're working on right now. So they are working on the fueling at this point, and then they made that decision a short time ago that they were going to move forward with it. That was the big question of the morning because it's so cold. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
Well, wasn't that part of the Challenger, like it being super cold and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the O-rings. Yeah, you guys remember that was the reason that we lost the Challenger is because they got ice inside the O-rings. Now they have since fixed that. So that is no longer something that is of concern, but you still have to be concerned about, you don't want ice on the launch pad. You don't want anything that could potentially cause any problems for the rocket.
Right.
So between 9 tonight and 1 o'clock in the morning, they will go through the rest of the process. There are 4 astronauts who will go up on this mission. If all goes smoothly, they will launch after the Super Bowl on Sunday that night. I think launch window is like in the 11 p.m. hour on the February 8th. Yes. So 4 astronauts, they will not leave the Orion capsule. This rocket is not going to the International Space Station. So they will be stuck. I say stuck because they're going to be in tight quarters inside this Orion capsule for the whole trip.
They're just hanging out in there, going for a little journey.
So they'll be gone a little over a week. This is a mission that will go around the dark side of the moon. So this is a part of a side of the moon that we have not seen, which is kind of cool. And then Artemis 3, when that happens, they will actually go to the moon.
All right.
We'll finally go back to the moon.
I'm not space expert or space nerd at all, but isn't this exactly what we did last time we went to the moon? Like we went around the moon first and we did all these like teases and stuff. And now
the technology is totally different, Sean. And that's
I guess
where this is. You're right. It seems crazy that we, in the 60s and 70s accomplished what we are now trying to reaccomplish. Because it's like, we've already done this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the technology has changed so dramatically. One of my favorite movies. Have you guys seen the movie Hidden Figures? I love that movie.
Yeah, good movie.
With Kevin Costner and all the amazing actresses who portrayed these women in history who helped get the rocket up to the moon and John Glenn. Anyway, it's fascinating. But yeah, so now we're doing it all over again, different technology, and we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed.
The big question is who's going to win the Super Bowl next Sunday?
I don't know. I'm not into this one. I'm not a big Patriots or Seahawks fan.
Patriots or Seahawks? We need your prediction.
Pick 1, 3, 2.
I don't know. I guess I'll pick the Patriots.
The reluctant Patriots.
Yeah, that's how you know it's going to be right, folks.
I think Drake May is cute, so that's
all right. Okay, all right. The Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl, says Amy Caulfield.
Who are you guys picking?
I'm not getting into that controversial territory. Are you kidding me?
I'm going with whoever gets me money from the squares that I paid. I mean, some stranger on the street.
Right. Well, we have so many things to talk to you about, as always. We'll have to wait until next week. I can't believe it. I can't believe this is all.
Well, next week we could be talking about the rocket launch, which is kind of cool. So
I'm excited. Yeah,
or your Patriots winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
she called it, folks.
Go Dolphins.
All right, old cutie Drake May.
Quick break. When we come back, Amy Caulfield.
Yeah.
Fox 35, by the way.
Have a great week.
She's the best of the best.
You too.
Go follow her on all social media platforms so you can keep up with everything going on in her world. And trust me, it's the best follow out there. Amy Caulfield. Search for Amy Caulfield on Facebook, Instagram, and all the rest. And watch her each morning, you locally here on Fox 35. Good Day Orlando. Amy K and the crew. Joe. Go. Yes. Go watch them every single morning. She's the best. Amy, we'll see you next week.
Thanks, you guys. Love you. See you soon.
Love you. Bye.
There's no Joe over there. Right?
I don't believe there's a Joe.
Yeah, I don't think there's a Joe.
Actually, there is Joe.
Is there?
Mama.
There we go. Quick break. When we come back, we have to get to this boxing story. It's perhaps one of the best stories of the day.
I can't wait.
It's going to be wild. We'll talk about that. This boxing match where a guy's hair came off. His hair came off of his head. We also have to get into this exploding story about the NBC anchor, Savannah Guthrie. Her mother has gone missing, and now the cops are thinking that this is like something nefarious. Like this woman is missing.
They've called it a crime scene.
Yeah. Like, so what is going on here? What has happened? We're going to start giving you the early details of that story and a whole lot more coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You won't be running into too much trouble if you're just starting off your commute. Nothing's tying you up or slowing you down on the major roadways. Most of the major roadways are clear, although on I-4, you're still going to get caught up in some slowdowns between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. There's off-ramp backup, slowing things down on I-4 westbound approaching US 27. Keep left to avoid those delays. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Need a change this year? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for an always quick but never rushed quality oil change. No appointment needed. For money-saving coupons, go to VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Quick, easy, drive starts here.
Tired of staring at your cold swimming pool? With Solar Source, you can finally enjoy your favorite family hangout spot all year long. With over 75,000 systems installed.
Hello. School mic activated. We'll get to this boxer story. Incredible. This boxer story was maybe one of my favorite things of the weekend. Guy gets his hair knocked right off his head. We'll talk about that. We're also going to talk about the Savannah Guthrie developing story. You might not know her, but she's one of the anchors for the Today Show. Her mother has been missing for a bit, and the cops are now saying, this looks like a crime. Like something is going wrong here. I don't want to speculate too much, but we'll try to fill in some of the details. I got the press conference that the police gave. I've got a couple other things all lined up in the clip section. So we'll have a rundown on that in a bit. Hey, everybody. Talking to my son in Tennessee, high of 29 today. More snow than he's ever seen. Man, this is definitely a colder winter than we've seen in a bit, and I think last year was too. It almost makes me think that it's the natural cycle of cooling and warming on the planet. But what am I? Just a crazy man. What am I? I'm curious about the state of the house. What house? A house impacted by snow? We still got to get to the Melania thing at the box office, which I got some good drama around that. And I finally did it. I want to handle fake news that just takes off. And I want to knock these things down one by one. So last night I got our friend Frankie McDonald to say, fake news alert. And so I built a little fake news alert stager. And we'll knock down some fake news. 90 seconds and we're back live. No, Sean, Nancy Guthrie's house? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's where they said they're calling it like a crime scene. So, yeah, we'll see what's going on. I want to get all the details on that. Sure, Bucky. I believe ya. Sure. I believe you, buddy. YouTube, Twitch, thanks for hanging out, as per usual. If you don't mind, the free thing that you can do is just hit the like button and subscribe. Hit like on the stream. That's awesome. I appreciate when you do that. And if you subscribe on YouTube or follow on Twitch, those are both free to do. And that just kind of helps you out to keep up with the show each day. So let's get to this story about the boxer, and then we'll get into the Savannah Guthrie mystery. So many things. Busy Monday, huh? I like that. All right, here we go. Sure you do, Bucky. I believe you, Bucky. I believe you.
NFL Podcast Network.
Welcome to NFL Daily.
And go live with Fox Sports Radio to join the conversation.
The two best road teams in the NFL.
Plus, iHeart is the home of the Super Bowl 60 tailgate concert presented by NetApp. Just open the iHeartRadio app and search NFL to dive in.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
Here's what's going down. Today on the show, we're doing Rate My Blank, and I like this one, and I think you will too. Rate My Blank for today is quite easy, I think. Just go to the website. If you go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit magnets, you'll see what the full logo looks like. And it's like the News Junkie and the newspaper icon sort of display. Go to the website, look at that, and then it's Rate My Blank, Rate My Doodle edition, the News Junkie logo. Draw the logo for the show. And if you draw the News Junkie logo and then take a picture and submit it as a submitted dispatch, I'm going to pick one of those and we'll make it into a special exclusive sticker for people who are listening at some point in time to win. So put your entry for Rate My Blank, Rate My Doodle, draw the News Junkie logo, and then submit it as a photo dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, many things to get into here. And one of them is probably my favorite story of the weekend. There was a lot going on. There was. But this boxing match, Jarrell Miller is the guy's name, and his hair got knocked right off his head in the middle of this fight, this boxing match.
I have not seen this yet.
I saw the headline. I did not watch the video because I wanted to be surprised.
It's so great. It's
unheard of.
I'll bring this up. Here it is. This is the guy, Jarrell Miller. Yeah, these are heavyweights, I believe. I think they're heavyweight fighters. Let me check. He's known as Big Baby. That's his name among his fans. He was facing off against fellow heavyweight Kingsley Ibe at this event, and he started getting popped by this fellow fighter. And here's the guy we're talking about over here. Obviously, the dude with the hair. For now, Jarrell Miller. You can watch this on YouTube if you want to see this. I'll put it up on See It Now for everybody else afterwards. So the boxer is in there. Big boys slugging each other. And he gets popped a couple of times. Oh, and even right here, you can see something has gone wrong. There's a little too much scalp that is showing on the side of his head. And he has a full toupee that is on his head, but not for long. All right? Did you see
you'd think the glue would be a little firmer.
He starts getting hit. It pops off like the lid of a can, like a can of soup.
This has got to be at some point on purpose. Like you're boxing some guy and you notice his hair is starting to come off. You're throwing some more head punches to get the rest of that hair gone.
Of course, but also great strategy on his. If this hair starts coming, you're distracting the person you're fighting.
Yeah, you are.
Get a chance to get the upper hook.
It's kind of like in basketball where everybody who sits behind the hoop, they like do those noisemakers and shake stuff around.
Yeah.
This is like that on your head. There's just one of them flopping around in the breeze. And this dude, he got hit so many times until finally it ripped all the way off. It just came right off his head.
Underneath is so bad.
Yeah, he's just perfectly bald underneath. His entire head got ripped off. His hair popped right off of it. It's so funny. I'm going to put this up on See It Now. Let me get a screenshot of this right now.
Who is the hairdresser that put that on? Fired. Come on.
That's funny. He won. He still won the fight. So bless him for that. He was still able to win. I'm so surprised that he was wearing like a hairpiece like that in the boxing ring.
Now, do you think he's going to now come out to the world as a bald man or pretend like nothing happened and get some extra intense hair glue?
You know what? I've got to bring this up now that you said that, Sabrina, because I think he mentioned it in the interview afterwards. Because they obviously asked him, like, what happened there? You in the middle of the boxing fight, you had hair, and then you didn't have hair very shortly after. And Jarrell Miller talked about it. Let me see if I can find him talking about it. Jarrell Miller interview.
AKA Big Baby
interview. Okay, is this it? Oh, stay by the dump button because
ready to dump?
He's a boxer. He might be cursing in the interview. It happens from time to time. Here he is talking about how his hair got punched off.
So funny, right? I get to my mama house and
Sorry. There it is.
I think he said the S word.
He definitely did.
He said, I got to my mom's house and there was like ammonia and bleach and some kind of shampoo. And I think he's blaming it on that for like loosening up his hair.
He also has a ring of like his natural hair.
It's so great. They're right on the edge. There's a little ring of hair left. Then it's completely bald on top where it peeled off. Like if you watch that in a cartoon, you would probably criticize the cartoon for not being realistic. It'd say, come on.
I mean, he looks great bald.
Come on, yeah. You should just embrace it. He's got a good head. His head is perfectly shaped.
Yeah.
And if anybody complains about you being bald, sir, just punch them. Yeah. You're a boxer. You've got the ability to do so. But, yeah, I can't play the rest of his interview because he curses up a bit there while asked about it. But he took it in stride, suffice to say, I guess. Boxer Jarrell Miller having his hairpiece punched off in a split decision victory in the ring. Go look at the video. See It Now is made for stuff like this. I'll send you on over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Hit the See It Now section over there. So many other things to get into, but we're limited right now. We'll tell you what's coming up in the next episode in a moment. I wanted to talk about the story going mega viral from the New York Times this weekend about people door dashing. And here it is. I'll give you a little bit of this. It says, freedom with a side of guilt, how food delivery is reshaping mealtime. And you might say this is frivolous or something. I don't think it is. I think this is a phenomenon. I think this is a generational phenomenon. I think people Gen X and beyond age-wise do not understand it, but this is kind of more common than you would think it would be for millennials and Gen Z people. Here's what the New York Times article says. There's pasta in the pantry and jarred sauce in the refrigerator. So what compels Keely Reedy to keep having spaghetti with marinara delivered from the restaurant down the street for several times the cost of cooking the dish herself? It's not that the restaurant dish is particularly good, she said. Quote, it's the instant gratification. From her roughly $50,000 annual salary as a data processor in San Diego, Miss Reedy, 34 years old, spends at least $300 a week on food delivery, which, by the way, is $15,000 a year out of her $50,000 a year salary plus benefits, babe. Her $50,000 50 annual salary is withering away because she's spending $15,000 on DoorDash. All right. She says it's led her to socialize less, and ordering in has eaten away at her savings. She tips generously, but worries that the delivery drivers are poorly paid. It continues. I feel reliant upon it, she said, but guilt for using the food delivery services. Food delivery, which skyrocketed during the pandemic as a practical necessity, has become even more entrenched in recent years as a convenience. 3 out of every 4 restaurant orders are not eaten in a restaurant. All right? That's what's happening in 2024 and beyond.
I ate in a restaurant the other day, and I felt weird about it.
Really?
Yeah.
You used to door dashing as much as these people are?
No, like for breakfast, I'm used to either grabbing drive-through, grabbing and going, as opposed to just like I had some time. I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to sit down in this Einstein's here and just eat at the restaurant.
Why not?
It felt odd.
I got to give you this part of it because this was my favorite part of this article about this gay couple. It says, the message has a special resonance for the working parents we heard from at the New York Times. Between raising 2 young boys and putting in long hours at a marketing job in Atlanta, Kevin Caldwell can almost never find time to make dinner. So he and his husband spend about $700 a week to order in food. All right? Just for those of you doing the math, that's $3,000 a month that they're spending to order in food. He says,
don't you have a chef at that point?
You're getting close to it. You're $36,000 a year in somebody's salary. He says, I'm so burned out and tired. I would rather just throw my credit card at the problem and delay that unhappiness until the bill comes. Here's the tidbit
I can relate to that.
I absolutely loved. His 4-year-old son doesn't read yet, but he can put together an order on the Chick-fil-A app, said Mr. Caldwell, 39. I'm impressed, he said. but also terrified. He frets about the waste he's creating with delivery boxes and bags. He's frustrated by the rising cost of ordering in, even though he'll often pay extra to get faster service. And he misses entertaining guests as often as he once did. His former dining table is just collecting dust, he said. And so this New York Times piece just interviews all these Zoomers and millennials who are spending significant portions of the amount of money that they make, of their annual salary, on all these Uber Eats or DoorDash deliveries. And it's wild. And on some level, like, I'm a little split on this, because on some level, if you go out and earn your money, I don't care how you spend your money. I do not care how you spend your money. Make yourself happy. This is an amazing thing that we all get to experience together. We're living life. Our hearts are beating, many of us. Our brains are moving, some of us. And we're kicking along through this adventure called life. And if you want to spend your money on some weird stuff that makes you happy, you want to collect weird things, do whatever you want to do. On the other hand, I bet the Venn diagram of people who spend $3,000 a month on ordering in all of their food and people who complain about how tough the economy is a circle. I bet this is a circle of people who are like, oh, it's so expensive out there. Anyways, I'm spending about 20 to 30% of my salary on DoorDash. That's crazy to me. And like, the lady is ordering spaghetti that she doesn't even like from down the street, folks. And somebody said, hang on, I got to put this back on. Somebody said, hey, look down the road here at a grocery store from this lady. You could get a thing of linguine for $1.25, a whole box of linguine. You could get a thing of garlic pasta sauce for $2.48. And you can get some grated Parmesan, the most expensive thing, for $7.94. And you can make a whole bunch of spaghettis, okay? Or you know, a fettuccine in this case, with whatever it was, linguine. You can make the food at home. You can actually do it yourself. And here's the crazy thing. The one woman who complained about this talked about, or was like admitting to this, talked about instant gratification. I think it would probably be faster to make it on your own at home.
100%. Yes.
You got to boil some water and put the noodles in there for maybe a couple of minutes or something while you heat up the pasta sauce and put a little bit of grated cheese on top of it. You're getting it faster than this without spending $15,000 a year.
I mean, unless the pasta place that she's getting this food from is like next door to her house and the restaurant themselves is delivering it. But no, they're specifically saying DoorDash. Yeah. So somebody has to accept this fare, show up to the place, get the food. I mean, you could definitely make spaghetti in that amount of time.
Yeah, it's got to be 30 minutes. And you could easily do that yourself. So it's not any more convenient. It's not really what she was suggesting, that it's instant gratification that's pushing all of this. Let us know what you think about this, and tell us how bad it is for you. What level of spending are you at with these things? Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Deftones sell their music catalog while Napster becomes the new home of juicy, sticky AI slop. Yay! The Epstein file fairy dropped some more fairy docs and involved some celebrities who lost followers and Elon who lost his pacifier. Plus the Grammys, baby. A mess, a little political, half-naked Bieber, and a full confused Cher. Need I say no more? All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. He thinks golf is working out.
I never said that.
How are you? Skull mic activated. There's a skull down here and a mic down here. We upgraded it with a camera. I upgraded with a camera. Why am I giving credit to anybody else? It was me! Anybody see Melania this weekend? The movie, not the person? Must have been one of you. One of the biggest movies in the country. Somebody must have watched Melania, the documentary. Anybody in chat watch the movie? Anybody watch Send Help? How about that? One of the other top 3 movies. Or what about the YouTubers movie? We'll talk about that because that's a very interesting story in and of itself. We'll get to that a bit later. And after the next episode, I'll give you a full rundown on the Savannah Guthrie situation with her mom missing. Hello? Hi.
They filled it in.
I know. That's pretty cool. Now you can stop complaining about it.
I didn't complain about it.
You complained about
like 3 times.
The hole at the end of the driveway in the street many times.
Yeah, because you kept saying, "Oh, you running into something?"
Because I don't have a problem with the hole at the end of the driveway.
I do.
I know. I noticed. Sucker. Hello? Sean, look at the photo I sent to you of the women going to see Melania. I'll look at it when we get into that segment for sure. Hello, Myatt. Hello, everybody. Melania sold more tickets than Star Wars during the opening weekend? Wait. Clarify. Are we talking like... Wasn't the original Star Wars even a hit right off the jump? Wasn't the first Star Wars? Because Melania made about 7 million plus. Okay, that's how much it made this weekend. That is a huge opening for a documentary. You know why? This doesn't sit well with me. I don't understand it that much. But a lot of you people don't like documentaries. What gives? I happen to love them, but a lot of you don't seem to like them. How was it, Sean? I didn't see this. Let me guarantee you something. I have zero interest in watching a documentary about Melania. I have the same exact amount of registered interest in watching the Melania documentary as I do for all the people who are trying to combat this by making the Michelle Obama documentary on Netflix climb up the charts this weekend. I'm not watching either one of them. My care meter is like... No. That's all I watch, says Kevin. I can't watch overpaid actors playing pretend. I'd rather hear sounds of my own firing squad than go watch a movie about that T word. Wow. Very sexist. My sexist meter. Pinging. You're pinging. I'm not really offended, just for the record. But can I do that about the other side too? 1 minute and we're coming back. We'll do the next episode and then I'll give you the full rundown on the Savannah Guthrie missing mom fiasco, which is super interesting. Dan says, now I'd watch the Michelle My Belle documentary. She's awesome. I stood in line for the first Star Wars for 24 hours? That's weird. I stood in line for one of the re-release of the Star Wars because it was a radio thing that we were doing at the time. I think I was working for WIRK, the country music station. Sean has Melania on his shirt? Yeah, I got it at the screening. I got this at the screening this weekend. Do you like it? I thought you guys would like it. Here we go. Let's talk about the Grammys, I guess.
Just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Rasmussen University is where passion meets education, offering over 60 career-focused programs ranging from nursing and early childhood education to business and IT. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up, there's a path here built for your goals. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This
All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Thanks for being with us. Don't forget, Rate My Blank. It's Monday. So we're doing Rate My Blank, and here's the deal. Rate My Blank for today is Rate My Doodle, and you just draw the News Junkie logo. Go to the website if you don't know what it looks like. Click magnets, and you'll see what all the magnets for Game of Magnets looks like. And then draw the logo, and the best one will be turned into an exclusive sticker that will be given out to people who hang out with the show. So I want you to be drawing that, doodle along, rate my doodle, do the News Junkie logo, and then go to thenewsjunkie.com, upload it as a photo dispatch. All right, we'll check those out in a bit. Right now, here we go. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Oh, what? Shut up! Oh, hell no!
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguydon.com. That's his website. When you go there, bam, baby. Very easy to navigate through, chock full of information for you. Making big life decisions like refinancing that beautiful home you own, perhaps looking at your first dream home, starting a business, trying to expand that business. Work with someone who's got your back, who made the process easy. Compare your quote today. Don't miss the boat. Or get first quote ever and know that you're working with someone who's got your back. And that, my friends, of course, is That Mortgage Guy Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.com.
It was a mere 62 years ago. 19, that's not the right math at all. It was so many years ago, 1998.
That's not right. Yeah.
It's
2026 now. So how many years ago was 1998?
I don't like to do math without paper and pen and a calculator.
1998 is 2 years under 2000.
Yes, it is.
And if it's 2026 right now, how many years?
28.
There you go.
All right.
Congratulations.
I think I'm done with my little bit.
Wow.
It was 28 years ago, 1998, the company behind the Psychic Friends Network.
Oh, yeah, that was big.
They filed for bankruptcy protection on this day. One infomercial industry expert, I wonder how he's doing these days, commented, all this could have been avoided if they had called their own phone lines.
Yeah.
Waka, waka.
True.
Was Miss Cleo part of Psychic Friends Network? Or did she ever...
let me see. I'll find out.
Oh, it's okay. You don't have to. Let's just hope for the best for everyone out there. Congratulations, Grammys. You did it, kind of.
She was Psychic Readers Network.
God damn it.
It was like a competitor or something, maybe. Competitor.
We had the Grammys. I watched 2 seconds of it. It got weird.
I watched a little bit of it.
I saw some of their outfits.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a theme going on that everyone knew about except for us. A lot of black and white. I felt like it was a wedding dress-esque. And then Chappell Roan's nipples held up everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was one wrong move. Someone stepping on that dress, and it would have been Chappell's pepperonis everywhere.
Don't people hate her now? I feel like the tide has turned on the Chappell Roan lady, but I'm not positive.
I'll tell you what, they don't hate Pink Pony Club because you hear it everywhere. And
it's a really catchy song. It's a good song, actually.
All the time. So Bad Bunny was the big winner of the night. He got Album of the Year. And I did see the clip when he finally, his name was called, he kind of just sat there.
Yeah, he like froze
and I'm
for
like, oh, that's
the
cute.
longest 10 seconds.
But
he was the only person surprised. I think everybody else was like, well,
but then he was there for a long time. Like, can someone go check on him? And then he stood up and he accepted his award. He also made history for winning Urbana as well, the Urbana Award. And
I don't know what that is.
It's the point of the night where he decided to say his 2 cents about ice or hielo in his native language. It was very emotional for everybody, including a half-naked Bieber. Don't know if you saw that. He stripped his set down, literally. He was just singing in boxers.
You know what? I only saw photos. I didn't even hear him. Did anybody hear him singing or anything? Or we just know that he was shirtless?
He was just shirtless and pantsless. Lady Gaga added some energy, we'll call it, and Ozzy Osbourne was honored with another heavy metal tribute, this one with Post Malone, with the very skinny Sharon and Kelly watching from afar.
Yeah,
they look
man.
super different.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, it's when there's a thing that happens when if you're beautiful to begin with and then you get a whole bunch of plastic surgery, then it's like, wow, okay, look at this person.
But Kelly's hair is so giant.
Yeah, there's a lot
she's
going
so
on.
skinny.
It's not great.
But they're having a good time, right? Then when I tuned in, it seemed like American Idol when they have the finale and they just have everyone doing their songs.
Mm-hmm.
I did not understand what was going on, but I guess they have all the new artists do their bit before they give out the new artist award.
Yeah.
And
I really liked Olivia Dean.
Who was the guy that got lifted up in the air? Poor dude, I could tell immediately he was having some in-ear issues.
Was it Alex Warren singing
Yes.
Ordinary?
Yes. And he's just trying to rip off, and it sounded good. But he posted afterward.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. Yeah, go ahead.
That it was like in that weird double relay. And
the thing I saw, he was posting the audio of him missing notes, and he's just like, oh, God.
Because it was all double tracked in his head, but, no one else would have known. So,
I didn't think
congratulations to
that
him.
song was that new.
Neither did I.
I thought the song's been around for a while, so maybe it must have been released like the day after the last Grammys or something like that.
Well, not everyone was caught up, we'll say, and what year it is or who's alive and who's dead. To that, I bring you Cher. Cher just got a little bit confused. If you believe in life after love or love after life, they brought her out near the end of the show to give her a Lifetime Achievement Grammy, and she had to introduce the nominees for Record of the Year after giving a heck of a speech about perseverance. Then she dipped off the stage, and someone said, "Hey, wait, Cher, you still got to present the award."
Oh, no.
It was very awkward.
Yeah. I sent you the clip, Sean, if
Is
you,
that here?
if you'd
Okay.
like to play
And
it.
the Grammy goes to...
She's just staring at the screen.
You got it?
Oh! They told me it was going to be on the prompter.
It's the envelope. Been doing it for years.
She thought it was on the prompter, and instead it's on it's in the envelope in front of her.
Oh, the Grammy goes to Luther Vandross. And the
Did you say Luther Grandos?
Something like that.
Luther Vandross, who is dead. He is long gone.
Who actually won?
It was Kendrick Lamar and SZA for their
song Luther Vandross.
Oh, okay.
Their song Luther.
I was going to say, how did she get, number one, how did she get Luther Vandross out of that? But then number two, doesn't she bang rappers still? I feel like she should know. Yeah.
No, I think it's a dancer that she's been with for a while.
Really?
Much younger,
Some young guy, right? I thought maybe that person would keep her a little more hip to what's going on, but maybe not.
Yes. For their song Luther, Kendrick also won 5 Grammys for the night and has overtaken Jay-Z as the most decorated rapper.
Wait, the song is not called Luther Vandross?
It's just called Luther.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that is a mess up.
Yep. Justin Bieber, I told you, half naked, boxers and socks.
On a technicality, does Luther Vandross now get an award?
Probably,
Do they
yeah.
have to,
I mean, he's been dead for quite some time. Sabrina Carpenter angered whom? Fill in the blank by using a live dove during her performance of Manchild. PETA is correct. She also got snubbed pretty bad, and they kept just pointing the camera at her as she clapped for everyone else who won.
Oh,
so happy
She
Grammys,
seems fun.
everybody.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, great time. Donald Trump says that he will, and I quote, have some fun suing the crap out of Trevor Noah for talking about the Epstein Island Bill Clinton joke and something like that. So I guess he did watch.
I have the joke that he said he's going to sue over if you want to hear it.
Yes, please.
Yeah, here it is. And I was surprised that he took issue with this. I was like, Trevor Noah was at least trying to smack both sides a little bit, but here it is.
Of the year. Congratulations, Billie Eilish. Wow.
So Trevor Noah was just in the audience a lot, I think. He was roaming around and doing his thing.
Grammy that every artist wants, almost as much as Trump wants Greenland.
Okay.
Which makes sense. I mean, because Epstein's island is gone, he needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton. So,
see, he put the Bill Clinton part in there.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be like, all right, fine,
Both sides.
Yeah, I thought they'd go okay, at least he wasn't just doing what you would expect and just shooting out of one barrel.
Yeah, so he tweeted out one of those things, and a stark warning to Noah that other TV channels and presenters hadn't fared well against his legal might. Ask little George Slopolopoulos, or whatever he calls him, and others how that all worked out. Also ask CBS, get ready, Noah. I'm going to have some fun with you, President DJT.
Brutal.
So he's yet to respond to that.
I don't know. It might be tougher because it's a joke. You know what I mean? It's it's
for sure.
A joke. You have
Has
to prove
he been
that the
suing
person.
a bunch of people, Trump?
He has, and he's been successful. He's been mopping the floor with a lot of these media outlets that he's sued. But this is just blatantly, obviously a joke. And I think that
Not
would be
funny.
nearly impossible to win.
You'd think, but here we are. I'll keep my eye on it, fellas. And finally, I'll leave you with this. We're done with the Grammys, and now we go to Michigan State Police, which had quite the weekend when it came to chasing down a runaway mini donkey named Dolly Parton. Donkey Dolly Parton, now safe and sound, and making its way to the next episode because I love Dolly Parton, and I kind of like donkeys too. Congratulations. On the Boob Tube, we have American Idol auditions on ABC, Super Bowl greatest commercials on CBS, Peacock, NBA Monday.
Wow. Oh my God. That's accurate. Yeah.
Thank you. I just needed
That's talent right there.
Thank you. Also, Don Lemon will be on Kimmel. Follow your dreams of me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. Most importantly, say it with me, you peacocks.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. I almost said thank you, Don Lemon, for some reason.
All right.
I wanted to bring you this.
You're under arrest.
Because you were talking about the Dolly Parton story. Did you guys see this one? I think this was out of Florida. I got to make sure.
Oh, perfect.
I talked about this on the bonus stream that I did on Sunday. But in Ruskin, Florida, these cops came across this mini horse. And
Sebastian?
Yeah, it looks just like Sebastian. And they came across this mini horse. And they went and rescued the mini horse, and the cop's like, "Oh man, I love my job." And she just ran down this little tiny horse.
Nah, I'm out. I don't trust cops.
I don't know where I'm supposed to go right now. But they rescued this one. So I guess there was multiple horses rescued during the weekend like this. What a time to be alive! All right, quick break. When we come back, I don't want to fall too far behind time wise here. When we come back, we'll get to what happened at the movie theater this weekend. Also, a full rundown on Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show. Her mother missing, the house deemed a crime scene. What's happening? We'll dive in. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Congratulations, Michael. You just won $1,000 from Real Radio.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hello.
Seems like traffic's slowing down westbound on I-4 before that US 27 exit due to a disabled truck off to the shoulder there. We got road rangers on scene. We're still going to get caught up in some slowdowns.
Folks, speaking of ass, we got some new goals for this week. You can unlock another bonus stream. Secret Show's goal, 25 subs. You can either subscribe at thenewsjunkie.com or gift subscriptions. If we get to 25 subs, we'll hit the Secret Show's goal. YouTube goal, 50 subs. YouTube, this is pathetic. It's a tiny number. We need to hit this. 50 YouTube subs, and then we hit the goal. 25 Secret Shows, 50 YouTube, and Twitch, 20 subs. All right? That's what we need you to hit over at Twitch. 20 subs on Twitch. If we get to those three numbers, you will unlock another after show stream, everybody. Get to work. God bless. I'm interested in talking about this whole whodunit mystery around Savannah Guthrie's mom, her elderly mother. We'll talk about what happened there.
Details at realradio.fm/bourbon.
Look ahead with the team at TK Law to plan your family's future.
By the way, for Twitch peeps, If you guys go to hit your goal of 20 subs, that's either people subscribing or people gifting subs over on Twitch. If you do something up there, shout it out. Email me or something so I can make sure I see it. Kevin says we're all subs, got to push it on the FM. No way. First of all, you're not all subscribers, number one. Second of all, I can't even get a fraction of you to even like the stream every day. That doesn't count toward the goal. But please do. Please like the stream. What do we get? Subs? You get a bonus stream unlocked. Just gifted 5? Now, can we verify that on Twitch? I'll have to look it up. Hang on. What do I look? Stream manager?
MSC cruisers feel so stylish and European. Let's espresso enchilada.
Maya did gift out 5 subs. Congratulations to the Twitch community for being on top of things again. Maya, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Twitch is off to a really, really good head start. That brings you down to you just need 15 subs, that's it, on Twitch. And you will be done with your goal. Twitch, once again, shows that they're more loyal and supportive than any other streaming platform. It's amazing.
Grab the kids at school, get the groceries, and still have enough charge to visit your in-laws in the next county. But they don't need to know that.
You're not getting free subs. We're not having... I'm not sending like Subway to each of you, just for the record. You will get an after-show stream and a bonus stream. And again, I'll let you vote on when that's going to be, but like Sunday's the Super Bowl, so we have to either kick it to another weekend, do it after the show one day, because by the way, your bonus streams can be redeemed for after the show. But we'll figure that out together. Thank you, Maya. We got these 3 crazy stories at the box office this weekend and the Savannah Guthrie show coming up in just a bit. Twitch probably doesn't have ads. Twitch has ads unless you are a subscriber. And so does YouTube. Do it during the halftime show. That's going to be a short stream. And a probably largely ignored one. But I had fun doing the Sunday stream. Courtney was like tired from just we had a long day. And she goes, I think I'm going to take a nap. And I was like, all right, I'm going in the studio. Popped in here. Next thing I know, 2 hours is up. We had a fun time. You can go watch that if you want. God bless you. Okay, we're coming back in just a bit here. 90 seconds. By the way, with all the stuff at the box office that we're going to talk about, I will say I still don't think it's the greatest movie, but I think it was like a fun little romp. So Send Help, I do kind of put my stamp on a little bit. I did a review of that over on thenewsjunkie.com. Look and see it now, and you'll see the reviews. But I do think that was a pretty fun little movie. Nice, interesting distraction. It did really well. $20 million. This is not a movie that cost a lot to make. In fact, they got more probably in the Melania documentary from Amazon buying that, and then the marketing money that they put into the Melania documentary. That probably ended up costing more. Ass Sunday. Mike says, I tried to plug in a space heater to another outlet. A giant cloud of smoke. I think I'll throw it out. Mike, be careful, please. Jesus. My God. All right, we're coming back right now. Let's go. Grammys, Jelly Roll was down 300 pounds. 300 pounds. That's wild.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultrafine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it! Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Happy, Happy. Happy. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is
Slept way too late. Wanted to thank you for the awesome Sunday afternoon stream. Well, thank you. You can unlock the bonus stuff like that by hitting goals that we have, which we'll talk about during breaks on Skull Mike. But yeah, that was fun. Everybody else can check it out. The bonus stream is available as everything else is in the featured section of the newsjunkie.com. A lot of stuff to get into here as the show rolls on a Monday. It's a really busy day out there. And I want to talk about what's going on with the lady from the Today Show and her mother, because it's a really bizarre story. But first, let's go to the box office, because I haven't hit on that at all. And I think there are some interesting stories from the box office. Looking at the box office numbers, this weekend, the movie Send Help, which I told you about, that was the one with the woman and her boss that she hates, get in a plane crash, and then they're on this island and they kind of hate each other.
That's the Evil Dead director.
Yeah, horror comedy, and I think it's more for women than men, but I think it was fun. Like, it was a fun time. That got number one with just under $20 million this weekend, which I love. This is like story number one out of this box office thing this weekend. I love to see this, because this is not some big Hollywood, several $100 million production. I happen to want to myself support these medium to smaller budget movies with somebody who has an artistic vision and wants to do something different, and not everything is about like another comic book movie with a bloated budget or a megalopolis or something. I reject that. I'm not trying to spend my money on that personally. And so I'm excited to see when these movies like this overperform, and Send Help definitely did that. Speaking of overperforming, the second movie, second place at the box office this weekend, is perhaps a bigger story. This is from a YouTuber who neither one of you, Sabrina or Stan, have probably even heard of before, but he's a big YouTuber. His name is Markiplier. And Markiplier is like a YouTuber who does reactions and plays games. And Dylan watched him a million years ago. I don't know if he does anymore. But he's like he's from, I think he's from England or maybe Ireland. He's over the pond, and he is a major YouTuber, and he had this dream to make this movie called Iron Lung. And he did this Iron Lung movie on his own, independent, and got it into theaters, and it nearly got number one at the box office.
Oh, that's awesome.
He got into 3,000 theaters this weekend. And his YouTube fans were rallied up by this guy to make it the number 2 movie just by that much at the box office. What
was the difference in take?
17 mil for his movie Iron Lung, this YouTuber's movie. Iron Lung got 17 million. And then from 17.5 to 18 million, somewhere in that range is what the first place movie got, right?
Now, was his movie any good?
I don't know, but it's let's see if people liked it. Hang on. Let's see.
This must be domestic then, because I'm seeing you got 21.5 mil.
Maybe it went up because this is probably from early Sunday. Rotten Tomatoes Iron Lung. That's the name of the movie that this YouTuber Markiplier made, which is just crazy. The guy came up with an idea and made a movie, a horror sci-fi movie, and got it into theaters. Critics have the movie at 54%, but who cares about them? Literally, who cares about any movie reviewer ever in the history of ever? The popcorn meter, which is what you should care about, the audience and the verified scores, 89%, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, that's not the end all be all. It's got 1,000 ratings. I wouldn't put that down as gospel. You could have just his mega supporters saying, it was the greatest movie I've ever seen. And
I'm getting a vibe if there's 1,000 ratings.
And then people watch it and they go, I actually don't know this guy, so I didn't like it as much. It says, the stars are gone. The planets have disappeared. Only individuals aboard space stations or starships were left to give the end a name, the quiet rapture. This sounds like a bucket of air. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like the famous short story, A Bucket of Air. But it says the quiet rapture.
I thought this was some
dissing them.
Yeah.
No, it's an old story.
I thought this was some insult that I had never heard of. Like, this whole thing sounds like a bucket of air.
I think that's what it's called. Look up A Bucket of Air. See if I got that right. After decades of decay and crumbling infrastructure, the consolidation of iron has made a discovery on a barren moon designated AT5. And it's like about space drama, horror. It's called Iron Lung.
A pail of air.
A pail of air? Okay,
yeah.
A pail of air.
1951.
The story sounds similar to that to me. But this guy, Markiplier, is a YouTuber who just went fully independent. And that's so awesome. We're living in a day and age where you can become the best-selling musician in the United States of America with cheap equipment that anybody, even on a McDonald's salary, can afford to record in your bedroom. You can make it on the charts. You can make it on the radio because the charts and Spotify will grab the radio station's attention. And there's nothing holding you back. You don't need a record company. You don't need a bunch of suits to back you up. You can do it. And now we're seeing breakthroughs at the box office, which is that's the unheard of thing. Like, you can't fund and do your own movie and make it into the theaters and compete with these Hollywood outlets. Yeah, you can.
The last time we talked about this, like the possibility of this happening, it was really just kind of a loophole because during COVID there was that guy who just created a short film and put it in theaters so it would be the #1 movie because nobody was going to theaters.
Yeah. It's so interesting that these gatekeepers are being knocked down, and I am absolutely here for it. I love that as much as I could love anything. I want creativity to win. I want what wins with audiences to win, and I don't want any suit in some building somewhere who's head of a record label or a movie distribution platform or whatever to hold you back from pulling that off. No excuses, baby. No excuses in 2026. Still, you got to be a famous YouTuber to really break through, but you get what I'm saying. The third movie, also an interesting story in and of itself, was Melania, the documentary about the First Lady of the United States of America, bringing in $8.1 million in its first weekend in theaters.
Didn't it cost a lot of money?
A lot.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, that is a major overperformance. Documentaries, as much as I love them, sometimes I feel like I'm the only one. Documentaries do not tend to do very well in theaters. People do not go to the theater and support documentaries. In fact, if I bring up Box Office Mojo, #1 opening weekend at the box office for a documentary, which is interesting what goes in this and what doesn't go in this, but Justin Bieber, Never Say Never. Fahrenheit 9/11, which I remember when this came out.
Oh, yeah.
That was big. People were like, oh, this is Michael Moore is taking on George W. Bush. And people literally went to the theaters. But
it was either that or you had to order the DVD, right?
No, not for Fahrenheit 9/11. It opened up in theaters. I went to watch it in theaters.
So did I.
Because I like documentaries that much. This Is It is the third biggest opening weekend.
Is that
for
Michael Jackson?
That's right, Michael Jackson, yeah. One Direction, This Is Us, is #4 for opening weekends. Chimpanzee, a Walt Disney documentary, is #8. And then not #8, #1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And #6 all-time opening weekends for a documentary will be this Melania movie that just opened this weekend at 1,778 theaters. Amazon paid, I forgot how much they said. Like
$40 million.
Yeah, $40 million for it. And then they paid another tens of millions to market the movie. So it's not in the money right now, but it's a documentary, and it really did well considering.
Amazon's bid of $40 million is the highest price ever paid for a documentary.
And then they spent, I believe, at least $20 million plus on marketing the movie. So they have put money into this. Will they ever get that out? I have no idea. But here it is over on Rotten Tomatoes, the Melania documentary, which is obviously going to be controversial. Again, you have a split. The reviewers put it at 10%.
I just looked this up, and the tomato meter seems to have gone. I have 9%.
Really? Mine says 99.
This says the 99. Tomato meter.
Oh,
the
over
reviews.
there? Hold on.
Went up 1%.
It did. It just went down. The reviewers continue. Big surprise. The movie reviewers don't like the Melania documentary. Okay, big surprise. The audience is rating this at 99%. This, quite obviously, like so many other documentaries that end up in the theaters, is just political. It's like the Fauci documentary. It's like anything else. And people will go out, much as they will for something like a religious movie.
Controversial director, though.
Brett Ratner.
Yeah.
Brett Ratner is actually, he's done some good stuff.
This is his first since the sexual predator allegations.
Was behind the Rush Hour movies. That's not what I remember him for. The Horrible Boss movies. He did The Revenant, which I think is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Or he does not bang a bear.
War Dogs. And I thought there was something else that he did. So he's done a bunch of these movies over the years. And he was the one who was behind this Melania movie for whatever reason. And the audience was 72% women over 55 years old. It was mostly older women going to see this movie and supporting the Melania docuseries. And that popped up big. There was a lot of reaction. Then people said, look, I found, here's some other stuff in the rundown here on this Melania documentary. I found that there is free tickets plus $50, a Craigslist ad offering cash to anybody willing to sit through the Melania documentary. Most of these are fake, and people put these up on Craigslist just to fool people and then have these stories reported. A lot of people just openly rooting against it, like 2 movies that beat Melania at the box office revealed over on the Daily Beast. Instead of just saying what won at the box office, it was like 2 movies that beat Melania at the box office revealed. Like, hey, there's more to life than just the politics of it all. I think the second place movie, the YouTuber thing, is a super interesting story. And I think that's way more interesting than any Melania documentary. On SNL, they panned this thing. Big surprise over there. They said, this week, a documentary about Melania debuted in theaters. It's titled Wicked for Real. Melania was directed by Rush Hour director Brett Ratner. And then they showed a scene from Rush Hour saying, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? And then you can't understand what Melania says. Very funny stuff. And then they said, in addition to
I haven't watched it yet. Now you're spoiling it.
And in addition to facing multiple allegations, I don't want to spoil Melania for you, of sexual assault and harassment. In 2017, Ratner has also popped up in the Epstein files. That was one of his issues because he popped up in some photos in the Epstein files that were released over the past day. And I think they said at some point, like, the movie didn't do well at the box office, which isn't true. It did. The documentary did very well. I think
it was the pre-sale is what people were writing about.
Yeah.
People weren't buying tickets to go see it, but obviously some did.
Well, they said most of it was walk up. So it was actual people like walking up to go see the movie and buy tickets for it. I think a lot of people just didn't want it to do well. And it's like, okay, why?
Some scenes involved up to 80 crew members, which I imagine
for a documentary
is a lot, yeah. And there were 12 crews in D.C. during the inauguration. Amazon employees were told they could not opt out of working on Melania for political reasons. 2/3 of the New York production crew staff asked to be omitted from the credits.
Oh, really?
According to the wiki page.
They said, we found 2 theaters with sold out Melania open day screenings. So Wired magazine is going in to try to figure out, where are all these tickets going? What's happening here?
Brought those up. There were some theaters that were like 12 seats.
Yeah, there was theaters
This
that people were.
documentary is a big success. We're going to get official
Hang on,
numbers
that just
from
started on its
Amazon
own.
later
I didn't
this
tell you.
morning. But
Hello?
already, according to the projections.
Oh my God!
Screaming.
The Twitter video just started yelling at me. Let me refresh this. There were a couple of stories that went viral, and most of them were not accurate. One was, this doesn't look suspicious at all, and it was an entire row of seats that was purchased for the Melania documentary in this theater, and no other seats were sold. Which I'll admit, that looks suspicious. That looks like you just bought a row of seats and nobody's going to actually go and watch the movie. But someone else followed up and said the theater has a broken row of seats. There's like a
whole row?
Messed up row of seats at that particular theater, which is why those were knocked out. And actually, there weren't any tickets sold in that particular theater. But in markets like Boca Raton and other places, I guess it did well. Now that guy that just screamed at me, Brian Stelter, over on CNN, here he is.
Is a big success. We're going to get official numbers from Amazon later this morning, but already, according to the projections that are circulating in the film industry, this is the #1 documentary in terms of box office ticket sales in about a decade. This documentary is another example of the red-blue divide. We've seen ticket sales be a whole heck of a lot stronger in Republican stronghold areas than we have in big blue cities.
Of course. And that is inevitable with a production like this that you're going to see.
I would be surprised if it wasn't.
Yeah, and then here's the BBC story to wrap up the rundown. It says Melania director Brett Ratner was pictured cuddling woman in the Epstein files. And this is, I guess, that the director who did all those movies and did the Melania documentary. And then they've got this woman that he's got his arm around with Jeffrey Epstein, and her face is blocked out. So I don't know anything more about it. It just says Ratner, who directed the Rush Hour films and X-Men The Last Stand, can be seen sitting on a sofa beside the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and two women whose identities have been obscured. This is in those millions and millions of files that have been dropped. I'll get a little further into that at some point in time, a little further down the road.
He was also part of the Me Too thing. Like his name was coming up in during a lot of the things.
Yeah, I mentioned that. I mentioned that he had accusations against him in 2017 in the article that I was reading there, and then obviously timing not great with the Epstein stuff coming out and his photograph wrapped up in that. I don't know much about him, and this is not something for me. Like, I'm not going to watch a documentary about Melania, just like people were trying to counter program by spiking Michelle Obama's documentary up on the charts on Netflix. I'm not watching that either. I love documentaries. Those are the two least interesting I think I've heard of in a very long time, but others disagreed, and it was a successful movie at the box office, at least so far. Oh, somebody sent an email about that, and they said, make sure you look at this. All right, it says, just some normal non-cult folks going to see the Melania movie, and it's a photo. It says, some of our church ladies at the new movie Melania that includes...
I saw this picture.
Oh, boy.
Why are they all wearing the same outfit? Is that an outfit the Melania wore or something?
Maybe, is it? I don't know. I don't know that much about her.
They're all dressed up wearing the same outfit to go see the movie. So there you go. Thank you for that email. Appreciate that. The additional context is welcome. Quick break. When we come back, we'll get into this Savannah Guthrie situation. This is kind of spiraling right now. If you don't know, she's the host or one of the hosts of the Today Show. Savannah Guthrie, been around for a while. And her mother is missing. And what did they say about her mother's house? Did they say it was a crime scene?
They said they're considering it a crime scene now.
They're considering the house a crime scene. So does that give us an indicator on, do they think she's dead, or do they think she's been kidnapped, or do they adult napped? Do they think, I don't know what they're saying from that. They're saying that they think a crime took place.
Yes.
At this house. We've got a whole rundown on what's happening with Savannah Guthrie's mom and this mysterious situation with her. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Today is Rubber Eraser Day. Did you ever have the little Frida Bandito guy that you would get extra erasers and put them on the top? You never had that?
No.
Oh, damn. He was cool.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real radio 104.1.
There's a serious accident sitting out in Bimini, blocking eastbound and westbound lanes on State Road 100 at County Road 45. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways there. On the major roadway.
Sean is loving his rundowns? You bet your dick. Giving you the rundown. That's when you get all the info wrapped up in a nice little package. We got another rundown coming up next. Rundowns are self-contained. You get the rundown, and then you know. By the way, I haven't checked where we're at on our goals. Twitch is off and running. Twitch has 15 subs left. They need to hit the goal for this week. Secret shows, if you gift Secret Shows subs, that counts to this, and also new subscriptions. If you subscribe to Secret Shows over on thenewsjunkie.com, that counts toward the 25. We need to unlock another after show stream. A bonus stream this week. Sean, who is Melania? Melania is the First Lady of the United States of America. You must have known that. Did you talk about Lily Jean sinking with all seven crew on board? It was on a reality TV show? I did not, no. Sean does more of a high-paced walk than a rundown? Nonsense! These rundowns are officially rundowns. Bootsy says, I gifted 5 more subs? Big if true. This like takes full boomer out of me. Bootsy did gift 5 more subs. Hang on. Amazing. All right, big moves over on Twitch. Thank you, Bootsy. Holy shit. Twitch is already owning it. Only 10 more needed over on Twitch to hit the goal over there. This is why Twitch is the best. YouTube, where are you at? All we need is 50 subs over on YouTube. Just subscribe, just like that. SKB says, people were promised $50 to sit in the seats of the Melania movie. They've not been paid. Where's the evidence of that? Is there anybody who's actually done any reporting to say that this was happening? From what I could tell, it was just like the people who like Melania. Just like if there was a Meghan Markle documentary this weekend. If you offered me $1,000 in the greatest cookie ever baked, I would say, I'm going to pass on the Meghan Markle documentary. I find her to be about as interesting as I do bone cancer. But there would be some women who are Meghan Markle mega fans for whatever reason who would show up to that. Not for me. It's not targeting me. 5 more secret shows set? Oh, I'll check on that during the break. That's huge. Stand by. Craig, thank you for 5 gifted subs. Hang on. Craig, 5 gifted subs, lowering the secret shows goal to 20. Craig, awesome. Thank you for the support, my man. Another one? Hang on. Another gifted sub to Secret Shows. I'll have to find this out during the break. Stand by. Go claim those.
Makes it even harder. Listen to our newest series, which runs January 20th through February 17th with new episodes every Tuesday.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search This Podcast Will Kill You, and listen now.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Happy. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is...
And guess what? Do we know what the counter programming is going to be? Did they leak out who's going to be performing?
Coming soon.
Jars of Clay.
Just make the announcement, all right? The people who are programming the anti-Super Bowl halftime show, I know it's Jars of Clay.
I don't get it.
They're making the announcement as soon as the show starts.
Did anything happen there with that? Hold on, I'll bring up the website. I think it was like Turning Point something.
Yeah,
right?
the TPUSA or something.
TP.
They said at some point that they were like, no, we're keeping the lineup a secret until showtime, which
is so stupid.
Sounds like you don't have a lineup.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that makes me think that you don't have something that's going to rock anybody's world over there.
Now, do you think that people have been asked already and they said no? And why haven't we heard from them yet?
I have no idea. I don't know what they're planning or what they're doing. It says performers and details coming soon, and then I don't think anything has been updated. I'm just double checking.
I'm seeing a rumor, Ice Panda, possibly.
Wait, is this it? Hold on. I got to make sure this is real. This is from today. They have announced it. I've got the lineup.
Have they really?
I got the lineup.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Who?
Kid Rock.
Surprise, surprise.
Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Bryce, and Gabby Barrett. Not a jar of clay to be seen. Unbelievable here.
Who are the other ones?
Brantley Gilbert.
I've heard of Lee Bryce, I think.
I think those are country people or something.
Gabby what?
Gabby Barrett. I don't know them, but they're going to be performing at their counter programming for the halftime show. And they didn't get it on like a network or anything, I don't think.
No, it's just the streaming channels.
It's going to be on TBN, whatever that is, and Daily Wire, and like a bunch of
Trinity Broadcasting Network is the religious network.
Okay.
And I think
that's
Turning Point sort of considers themselves, I mean, some of these people just call themselves network these days. You just throw network on there. We could be the News Junkie Network.
So fun.
Right. I hate this, but like, I want real competition for the Super Bowl. I don't think this is going to do it. I don't think this is. If there was something where they said, hey, it's on another channel that everybody can tune to, and here's what they're offering up, and it's like some actual really big performers that would drag somebody away, I think that they would pull a giant chunk of the audience away. And I think that would, not the majority or anything, but I think they'd pull away a big number of people if they had a good competition going on.
See, I don't know. I'm kind of torn because we were talking about this last week and there was no lineup, and they were saying they're not going to say what the lineup is until showtime. And you go, that sounds like a disaster. I kind of wanted to tune in on a side screen just to see this be a disaster. Now that we have a lineup, I'm kind of not interested in tuning in.
Kid Rock.
After people were like checking up on it. I mean, I think that as the Super Bowl weekend came to a bit of more of a close range, a little part of me thinks that they were hoping everyone forgot about it, and they were scrambling this weekend, and they found 4 artists. That's great. Kid Rock is not a surprise.
This has got to be a whole thing to put together. I imagine that there's
what they should do is get a damn Super Bowl commercial.
Wait, is it not in front of a crowd? You got to have a crowd.
I don't know. Where is it at?
It doesn't say where it's going to be. That's why I thought like you would want this to be at a crowd, and then that would be a part of the shot as well. But I don't think that they're going to be doing that. The All-American halftime show is the counter programming. Would have been the most hilarious thing in the world if they also would have got Bad Bunny to perform at that. If they would have like doubled it. Surprise guest, they're like Bad Bunny is pulling double time. He's doing this
all
on both
in
sides
English.
And there's a lot of hubbub ahead of the Super Bowl with these performers. There's some talk about Green Day and what they're going to do because they're going to be opening up the Super Bowl with their performance.
That'll be live.
Green Day is like obviously no fan of the Trump administration. Big surprise. They're no fan of, they have an entire song, American Idiot, that they've used to talk about this stuff forever. 0% surprise about all this. I heard one rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. But I heard, I wouldn't put any, don't put any weight into this, okay? Don't go betting on any kind of gambling markets on this. But one of the rumors that I heard was that Green Day was also planning on performing in Spanish. And they were going to do one of their songs and sing it in Spanish to like match up with the Bad Bunny performance that was going to be. And
I think it would be funny. I
don't know if that's going to happen, but it was one of the rumors that I heard was floating around.
You would have to I mean, what would be the easiest Green Day song to completely learn in Spanish?
Good Riddance.
Good Riddance might be.
Maybe When I Come Around. It's like slow. Yeah. Yeah, you could mix that in a little bit better. You could learn it ahead of time. They could be learning it right now. But, I'm sure they'll be up there saying all the same things. It's like 0% surprise with a lot of this stuff.
Punk rock, baby.
Why would you be? It's Green Day, for God's sake.
Who's singing the national anthem? Do we know?
The national anthem is Charlie Puth, who I know his name.
Yeah. Perfect
I've
pitch,
heard him.
Charlie.
Brandy Carlisle.
Yep.
Oh,
will be
she's
singing
big lately.
America the Beautiful. She'll be singing that before the performance or before the game starts, I guess. Super Bowl 60, though, on the horizon, folks. Are you planning on tuning into some of these counter-programming things? Are you going to be watching Bad Bunny? Let us know what you think ahead of the buzz here for the event. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. We also have our submissions flowing in for today. It's Monday, so that means it's a Rate My Blank day on the show. And we're doing Rate My Doodle once again, which means you got to draw something. Here's your challenge for Rate My Doodle for this week. Draw the News Junkie logo. And in the final hour of the show, we'll go through all of these submissions. I'll tell you how to submit in just a second. But we'll go through all of them. And the winner will turn into a sticker, which will be given out to people who listen to the show or on the stream. Just an exclusive sticker that we'll use your drawing for. So draw the News Junkie logo. If you don't know what it looks like, go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit magnets. All of the magnets are just different versions of the logo. And it's kind of got the News Junkie, and it's got like the outline of a newspaper on it, right? So go and look at the logo and then draw your version of it. And when you go to thenewsjunkie.com, you'll see where you could submit a photo dispatch. Go do that. You can see all the submissions. There's already a bunch of them up there on thenewsjunkie.com. I like the ones that you like, so I can see which ones are catching on.
It looks like one of these was done in MS Paint.
There's some good and bad already. I don't know if we've got a winner quite yet, but I like what we're seeing so far. So we'll work in these as the show rolls on here today. I wanted to work it. We've been talking about the Savannah Guthrie thing for so long that I wanted to work that in, but I think we're up against it here a little bit. We will talk about what's going on with that story. Now, I'll give you just some basic details before we get the full rundown in. The mother of one of the hosts of the Today Show, her name is Savannah Guthrie. You may have heard of her. I think she rose to prominence with some of her 9/11 reporting. That was a big day in her reporting, and she popped up on the radar around then, just much like Ashley Banfield did. She was kind of a nobody at that time and made a big name out of herself in journalism from that day.
What
Savannah
controversy
Guthrie,
was she a part of?
Savannah Guthrie?
Yeah, was it with, oh my God, now I'm blanking on the name, but the Fox News guy who got fired, sexual harassment and assault, or was she involved in that marital affair and then they had...
Savannah Guthrie? I don't know. I don't know of her being attached to either one of those, but you can look it up if you want. I know that right now what she finds herself in the center of is this storm of her mother missing, and her mom is 84 years old. And her mom lives in the Catalina foothills, I guess, in Arizona. And her mom has gone missing. I've got some of the press conference here, but this is an older one. They must have had a newer press conference, I think. See if we can dig up anything newer that the police are saying, because I want to see more about them calling her house a crime scene, et cetera, and figuring out what the hell happened. We'll do that, as a matter of fact. That plus jury duty coming up next on the News Junkie.
AI can't feel dread or regret.
Go, Mike. Octavatito. You guys know it's wild. What's wild to me is, of all the people that folks have gotten upset about in the Epstein files, the most notable examples that show actual messed up behavior that's common among a lot of corporate journalists is from people in the media. Michael Wolff, for example, he is everywhere in the Epstein files. Way after Michael Wolff knew that Epstein was a terrible, disgusting, vile creature. The journalist, Michael Wolff, you can look him up if you've never heard of him. He was regularly emailing with with Epstein and helping him out with PR, helping him respond to stories, just the kind of like disgusting corruption you might expect. And he is far from alone. Michael Wolff is a prominent journalist that was in the Epstein files and keeps showing up again and again. But so is, forgive me, what's his name? Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon is everywhere in the Epstein files. Steve Bannon, who used to work with Trump, it was still conversing with Epstein, which is shocking because as much there's a lot of like rewriting of history with this Epstein stuff. Epstein was a left-wing Democratic bankroller, a billionaire financier who was undoubtedly on every issue left-wing and funded left-wing campaigns and hung out with all these people. But he also hung out with rich and powerful people too. That's why it spreads over. But Steve Bannon was like buddies with Epstein. And the Trump crowd, they also hate this Epstein stuff. They were the first ones to hate it. And somehow they haven't like completely rallied against Steve Bannon. But another one is CBS News. One of their contributors, Peter Attia, is in the Epstein files, and he just sent an email to CBS News. He said, I know I came up many times in the Epstein files, essentially, is what he says. To be clear, I was not involved in any criminal activity. My interactions with Epstein had nothing to do with the sexual abuse or exploitation of anyone. Number 3, I was never on his plane, never on his island, never present at any sex parties. That said, I apologize and regret putting myself in a position where emails, some of them embarrassing, tasteless, and indefensible, are now public, and that is on me. And he goes into like this long email response. Talking about this CBS News reporter who's also part of the Epstein files. A lot of journalists caught up in that mess. Okay. Now. What? Jesus. Okay, there's gifts galore, secret shows wise, on the website. Sun State John gifted 25. My God. Sun State John, a hero among men. He gifted 25. That knocks out the whole goal. And he wasn't alone. When I said Craig gifted 5. Also, 2 tickets to Pound Town gifted 1. Thank you for that. Also, was it Cyclonus gifted 5. Cat Butthole gifted 1. Thank you to all of you who have done that. Twitch, have I missed anything on your side? Because we've got 10 still. If you guys knock this out of the water on the first day, just blowing my mind. Less than 3 minutes and we're back live on the show. And we'll go over this Savannah Guthrie mystery stuff. Absolutely insane. Thank you, Sun State John. Yeah, handing out subs like candy. Go grab them right now. If you're not a subscriber, go to thenewsjunkie.com and get one of these gifted subs. Twitch, let me check you out. Let me just see if I missed anything, because you guys have been putting up numbers. I have to admit, I'm very impressed. It's a tiny, powerful army over there. All right, we got Bootsy who gifted 5 and Myatt who gifted 5. We're at 10. That leaves us 10 left for the Twitch goal. We'll see what happens with that one during the show. Craig says, I just sent 10 more. Craig, thank you. My God. You guys are too good. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll start chipping away at YouTube and their goal with these extra gifted subs. That brings YouTube's goal down to, let's say, 35. If we get 35 subs over on YouTube, we'll hit that. Any other Secret Shows gifts will contribute to that. I think you guys might hit it today. You're absolutely crazy. Check Twitch. All right, 1 minute. Checking Twitch. Maya did 10 more subs. Maya, a superstar today. That means Twitch absolutely hammering the goal. Down to 0. Secret shows down to 0. Only YouTube remains, and we're not even done with Monday's show. You guys are killing it. Thank you so much, by the way. Absolutely blown away by that. That's so awesome. Wow. Thank you, everybody. Oh, we're coming back.
Done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
At Rasmussen University, getting started has never been easier. Thanks to multiple start dates, a generous transfer credit policy, and no SAT or ACT requirements. You bring the ambition, we'll help you build the future. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenickleegroup.com.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
A full rundown on what's going on with this Today Show mystery. One of the anchor's moms has gone missing, and it's very, very weird, this story that is playing out from there. Jury duty is, as I said, coming up in just a moment here on the show. And we'll give you that full rundown on Savannah Guthrie's missing mom and another story that is going to make you absolutely, positively lose your mind. So let's just jump into it. Here goes nothing. Let's do jury duty.
court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO or go to justcallmo.com. I don't know if they've already sold out, but I know that the event that Moses was promoting was selling very, very quickly. So I think they
deal.
said
Great cause.
They had like a handful of tickets for this amazing charity, and you get to play like mini golf in this high level competition. Was it at Congo Golf?
Yeah.
Congo River. Congo River Golf. It is at justcallmo.com/golf, I believe. Let me double check that. But grab those while you can. Another fun event. Yeah, justcallmo.com/golf is the mini masters. And if there's anything left, it's not much, but go try to grab yours now over on justcallmo.com/golf. And here we go. Let's see. Oh, some really awesome submissions in Rate My Blank today. Those of you drawing the logo. Again, winner will go onto a sticker. But now that we get into a jury duty, let's talk about this. Here is the latest. Let me open the rundown here for the mother of the Today Show, Savannah. Today Show host Savannah Guthrie is reported missing from her home. Here's one of the early reports, I think, on this.
We have some late breaking news.
Channel 13.
The County Sheriff's Department is asking the community for help in finding a missing vulnerable adult. Pima County deputies are trying to find 84-year-old.
Oh, she's 84 years old.
At her home near East Skyline and Campbell Avenue. Now, the last name may sound familiar. She is the mother of U of A alumnus and current Today Show host Savannah Guthrie.
Crazy.
5 feet and 5 inches tall with blue eyes. PCSD says that Nancy was last seen at her home around 9:45 this morning before family reported her missing earlier today.
All right, so she was reported missing by her family. Savannah Guthrie of the Today Show was not on the Today Show this morning as a result of this. And authorities are like swarming her home, this 84-year-old woman. A family member called 911 around noon on Sunday
to report the 84-year-old woman missing. The search is underway by ground and by air. There are concerning circumstances found at Savannah Guthrie's mother's home,
man.
And they will not rule out foul play. Homicide detectives are investigating the case right now. Savannah Guthrie has co-hosted the Today Show since 2012 and also serves as NBC News chief legal correspondent. Her family has lived in Tucson for most of her life. She recently took a brief hiatus from the Today Show to undergo vocal surgery, and I guess she's not been there as a result of this as of late.
Oh, that's got to be hard because after vocal surgery, a lot of times you're supposed to not speak for like 6 weeks or more.
Can't imagine stress helps with it either, the recovery.
Yeah.
The sheriff, Pima County Sheriff, did you see what he said during the press conference?
I have one of him, but it's him talking last night. Is what you have more recent than that?
I believe so. It was that article I sent you in the chat. We saw some things at the home that were concerning to us. We believe now, after we process that crime scene, that we do in fact have a crime scene, that we do in fact have a crime, and we're asking the community's help.
Really?
Yeah.
They said she's facing some physical challenges, this 84-year-old mother of Savannah Guthrie.
Yeah, they said mentally she's all there. Like, she doesn't have cognitive issues, sharp as a tack, but she's in need of medication that can be fatal if not received within 24 hours. She's got some physical things.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense, though, saying, like, we saw some things that were concerning to us. We believe after we processed the crime scene that it is indeed a crime scene. There's a crime. And we're asking for the community's help.
Yep, stressing that her mobility is quite restricted. The sheriff stated, we know she didn't just walk out of there.
What does this mean, though?
Eerie.
Like, wonder what they found that makes them feel like this is a crime scene. Here's the press conference with the sheriff in Pima County, Arizona, about Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show, her mom, Nancy, who's missing.
84 years old.
Try to pump this up.
It's not good physical health.
Not of good physical health.
Naturally, that's a big concern. The scene at the house also has some concerns for us as well. And so that's why we're doing all we can.
He's kind of whispering here, but he said the scene at the house has some serious concerns for us as well. And
contacted and remain in contact with our local area hospital, our medical transport teams. So far, that's proven to lead nowhere.
It's hard to hear what he's saying, but he said pretty clearly there at one part there were some concerning things that we found at her house. Then I saw from Us Weekly, they said she had skipped the show today. I'm looking at the story here in front of me after her mother was reported missing. And they said, excuse me, Savannah Guthrie is 54 years old. Her mother, as I said, is 84. And she says, on behalf of our family, I want to thank everyone for the thoughts, prayers, and messages of support. Right now, our sole focus remains on the safe return of our dear mom. We thank law enforcement for their hard work on this case and encourage anybody with information to contact the Pima County Sheriff's Department. And they give the phone number out for that. This is very concerning to us, the Pima County Sheriff said. She's very alert and sound of mind, but she was reported missing from her family. Here's the poster. I've got like the missing poster. It says female, 5'5", 150 pounds, hair color brown, eye color blue. Last seen evening of January 31st. So how long? 31st was what? Was that Saturday? Okay, so Saturday. Last seen on Saturday at her residence near East Skyline Drive at North Campbell Avenue. This is in Arizona where Nancy Guthrie lives. Unknown what clothing she may be wearing. It says vulnerable adult. And now it's been from Saturday at some point to all day Sunday to now, obviously, it's Monday, and they have not found her mother.
Do you think it's weird how much information they're giving out? I mean, I know there's a lot that they're not saying, especially this sheriff, Nanos, who has said stuff like, he revealed that homicide detectives were assisting in the investigation and stuff like that. But he's holding back just what inside the house was so concerning to them because he said it's not appropriate at this time. Now, let's just...
what that is.
I know that's the really curious part. But let's just like hypothetically, they find Nancy Guthrie, Savannah's mother. They find her. She's a little worse for the wear, but she's okay, and she goes back home. Don't you think we've kind of said a lot of information about her that people probably shouldn't know?
Yeah, I do.
Mean, without specifically giving out her address, even though a lot of the news is there and or they know where the crime scene is. But now we know that she can't physically go very far, even though she's mentally with it.
Right.
It seems like it's a little much.
Well, let's make this a little more personal here, if we can, for a second. Now, this is an entirely different situation because your mother is both much younger and incredibly healthy and in great shape and all of that stuff. But if you saw that your mother had been missing since Saturday and it's Monday, that, immediately.
Especially considering those factors.
Yeah, immediately I'm going, like, if it's a teenage kid or somebody like a younger person, I might have a million excuses as to why this person disappeared. But for some reason, when it's somebody's mom,
they have their routine.
It seems more concerning.
And she's not physically able to walk herself out of the house.
Yeah. Look, even the photo I'm looking at here that shows her with Savannah Guthrie on the set of the Today Show, she has a cane in her hand, and you can see her arm is all like sort of bruised up. Like she's not doing that great here either. But that's a very strange story. So we're going to keep an eye on that, see where everything goes, and see if there's any updates throughout the show about that one. And file this. I have to save this. I have to save this because I got two for you when we come back. One is Cracker Barrel is at it again. They have decided to make another move. And I want to see what people think about this move that Cracker Barrel has made. And when it's cold, cold, cold outside, do you listen to your homeowners association or do you ignore them when they tell you that you cannot use a generator to heat your home when the power is out? What do you do? And this story got people fired up this weekend. I'll tell you what happened. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Wherever your plans take you on Super Sunday, you can take the big game with you. From the opening kickoff to the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy, Real Radio 104.1 is the home of Westwood One's coverage of Super Bowl 60.
The weather caused the road to collapse out in Groveland on Empire Church Road at Bear Lake Road. Both directions are blocked there. Use South Bay Lake Road or County Road 33 as an alternate route. There's an accident blocking eastbound and westbound lanes on State Road 100 at County Road 45 out in Bimini. On the major roadways, you won't be expecting much affecting your ride.
Hello, Skull Mike activated. 72% of all jobs will require. Just take a little peek. Now's the time to invest in your child's future. Still, tons of gifted subs available for you to claim. I'll mention that on air next. Start today. Over at thenewsjunkie.com. Gobble those up. Thanks to everybody for being so generous today.
Join Real Radio at Lake Eola Park in downtown Orlando for the largest pet festival in the United States.
Crazy.
In the park, Saturday, February 7th. This family pet-friendly event is free and open to the public, but you can fundraise today to help support the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando.
Chat, by the way, if you're living in a place where it's snowing, it's freezing cold, and the power goes out, and the HOA tells you to shut off your generator, you can't use that to keep yourself warm, do you listen to your HOA? Or do you say, I'm going to do what I have to do to keep myself comfortable and alive? Because I'm not listening to the HOA if they ask me to do that. And that's real. That happened this weekend. Does this mean you'll do another show this weekend? That means when we get to there's still 35 on the YouTube goal, but I'll have to check how many subs we have over there. Thank you, Mike, by the way. When that last bit of YouTube gets hit, then the after show stream for this week is unlocked, and it can either be after the show, one day this week, or on Saturday or Sunday. Either one of those. I do have to pee. I'll keep chat up with me, but I have to pee.
I'm back, baby. Maya says, how and where do we find gifted subs? If there are gifted subs available, if you go to thenewsjunkie.com, they're right on top. So they're available right now, and it's as easy as you being logged into your News Junkie account and just clicking claim, boom. That's it. 90 seconds and we're back live. Chad, do you think I washed my hands, yes or no? Do you think I washed my hands, yes or no? See what you think about me. No? You think my hand is dirty, or you think I washed it? Absolutely not. Rinse, baby, wash, no? I didn't realize until I got back into the studio, but I did forget to wash my hands. I was moving so fast, I was trying to type something in chat, and I did not wash this hand. You want to touch it? Here you go. Here you go. I didn't do it. You're right, the water is too cold. Very true. Power hour open, let's go. Here we go.
Moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
going on. See what all this fuss is about. YouTube.com/The News Junkie. YouTube.com/The News Junkie. You can also watch back at any time you want. If you go to thenewsjunkie.com, you'll see the VOD, the video on demand from each day's live stream on the featured section of thenewsjunkie.com. Big thanks to everybody gifting Secret Shows subscriptions today. As a matter of fact, let me go look. If you go over to thenewsjunkie.com and anybody has gifted subs, there's a whole banner that just says, like I'm looking at it right now, it says free gift subscriptions are available. And if you're logged in, you just click it and you can claim one of the free gifted subs. And there are currently 15 up there right now. Thanks to Sun State John, who gifted 25, and Craig, who gifted 5 Secret Show subscriptions. Grab yours right now, and it gives you a free month of audio and video Secret Shows just like that. While those are available, which won't be too long, get them at thenewsjunkie.com. Big thanks to those folks. Now, I want to ask you what you would do here. And I think I already know what the answer is. The answer for all of us is going to be a big fat, middle finger to the people who tried to do this. Remember when we had a big fan of the show who lives in Nashville, who always sends over dispatches, had told us, hey, just so you know, I've been without power for, he said Nashville was without power for 4 or 5 days. Mm-hmm. And we're like, oh my God, there's an ice storm going through. People are incredibly, incredibly cold. And the power has been out for some people for days or even weeks. And with that in mind as a backdrop, I want you to tell me what you would do in this scenario. Because this family says that their HOA came by and the power was out. Because of all the ice storm stuff, the power was not on. And the family said, well, we got a generator here, and we'll run the generator so that we can keep ourselves warm so we don't freeze to death. And the HOA told these people, No. You can't use a generator during an ice storm blackout. And I thought to myself, that's a big
so
check
many curse
for you.
words right now in my head.
Because some rules are made to be broken, right?
Yes.
You know? I think we need
like drugs.
I think we need law and order. I think we need, people to follow the laws, and you should be punished if you don't. But some rules are made to be broken.
Yeah, like survival.
If you came to me and it's freezing outside and you tell me, no, you cannot run a generator in this neighborhood, even if the power's out.
Try and stop me.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it no matter what.
I guess I'll just light a fire in my living room. What's that say in the HOA docs?
They try to say it was too dangerous or it was too loud, or I have some of the report from WSMV here. Let's see what they said.
National families are doing anything they can to stay warm, even if they don't have power, but that does include getting a generator home.
We've had people reaching out to us saying that their HOA is not allowing generators, even after this historic ice storm.
Kiss my ass.
Tierney is pushing for answers tonight.
Like, just the idea that you would hear that from your HOA, your homeowners association would come by and go, I know it's you and your elderly mother and 3 kids inside the house, but we kind of have a no generator rule in the neighborhood.
Who even has a no generator rule?
I've never heard of this before.
Would it be a noise issue? Like if I were to have, would I be violating this rule if I had a solar, like a battery backup with a solar system?
The HOA tried to claim it was a safety issue, C-Lane.
Okay, well, it's a safety issue for everybody. Everybody has the chance of, anybody who owns a generator should know, and they're told every time there's some sort of hurricane or a chance for power outage to make sure you do not operate the generator inside the house. Don't do it in the garage. Don't do it, any of that stuff. So I don't see why you, as the HOA, get to police this.
I don't think they should.
When it's the same
they try
risk
to
for
police
everyone.
everything. See, Lane?
Yeah, it's because they have like their little book of rules, and this goes against something, and they're, whoa, we can't do this. Your rules can kiss my ass when it comes to life or death. And you might think I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. In Nashville, when it's that cold and the ice is frozen out the power lines and the power is down, and your house dips below a certain temperature, there is literally and legitimately a risk of you dying. So when somebody comes to your house and says, oh, I'm sorry, this is against the rules, that's one that I'm going to break every time, every single time.
And I think, we'll put this on the Mo list, but I think Moses would argue that, the rule or the pact you have with your HOA is a contract. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that a contract can protect something that would be this dangerous to you.
Yeah, because it absolutely could be a life or death thing. Let's see what else they say.
From running the faucets to pulling out every candle in the house, Talia Caravello is doing everything she can to get...
This poor girl, she's in her house in a full-on winter coat and bundled up because they won't let her use the heat and they won't let her run the generator.
Through this ice storm.
Even sleeping at night, it's still tough, no matter the layers.
So she pushed the blankets aside and drove around until they found this generator available in Spring Hill.
Nice.
Spending around $1,500 for it, plus extension cords and space heaters.
A lot. It was literally right there with the wires going through.
But Talia says just hours after they got everything ready inside and fired it up.
So this girl obviously has enough going for her in her life that she had $1,500 aside and went out and got a generator to help warm her and her family up, got extension cords, got space heaters that they might have needed to do this, and put them all in place in her house, only to have the HOA come along and go, about that, no, we're not going to allow
that. An email from their HOA management company, Metropolitan Properties.
Please remove it immediately.
Talia couldn't believe they were threatening to fine her, saying the generator was a fire hazard and doesn't fit their aesthetic.
Oh, it says the rule against maintaining a quality appearance was violated.
Well, it's her balcony. The hell are you talking about?
I'm sorry. Am I not maintaining a quality appearance of my house in a snowstorm and an ice storm?
Yeah.
But
Who
you know
cares?
what? It's real chic these days is frozen bodies on the balcony.
And by the way, I'm not going to mow my lawn during this ice storm either. If that's something else you'd like to push,
I would love to see the HOA president, whoever's going around sending the emails, what their house looked like during the winter storm.
Jesus, man, that's so dumb. And I'll give you some updates on this in a second.
Super angry because why is that even a possibility right now? Why do they care so much when people are just trying to stay warm and survive?
I've been reaching out to the property management company all day long, and they finally agreed to give Talia a one-time exemption so she can use that generator until the power comes back on.
So they badger them at the television station. He's trying to reach out all day long. And then finally, the HOA goes, we will issue you a one-time exemption, and you can do this until the power goes on. Like the tiniest bit of power.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Has corrupted your brain dead skulls. I do not understand how stuff like this happens. That's one of those ones where I'd go, the rules can be damned.
Yeah.
I'll pay whatever afterwards. I don't care.
And I wonder, I'll add this to the Mo question, but like what your recourse is. You know, this woman had to go to the news to get the news to badger them for their one-time exemption. But I saw in the comments for this story when it was posted somewhere that was like, okay, good luck, HOA. I'll see you in court. You know, like if you want to enforce this, I'll be calling a lawyer immediately.
And what do you think a jury of your peers is going to think about it?
Absolutely.
Like they're absolutely going to go, what? I'm sorry, you were freezing in your house and you wanted your family to be nice and warm and safe? Yeah, don't care. Don't care about the rules of this. Fine overturned and all the rest. We're going to get to your submissions for Rate My Blank. It's Rate My Doodle edition once again. But this time you're not drawing C-Lane. You're drawing the News Junkie logo, which you can see over on the website. Go to the newsjunkie.com, and in the /magnets section or over on the Game of Magnets page, you'll find it up there on top in the navigation. You
Also,
can see tons of different variations of what the logo looks like if you want to draw this for the competition.
And I've seen a couple of people just make up a new logo. That you're supposed to be drawing
that's fun,
the logo. Not like, no, this is not like make up a new News Junkie logo. No, you go to the website and you look at the logo and then you draw it.
There's one person who's still drawing C-Lane, not getting the full memo just yet.
Yeah,
some of these are too good. There's a lot of AI, I think, at work here. And AI ain't going to cut it. We're not going to pick a winner out of the AI. Because some of these are great. Like, this is really good, but I don't
That's
think
AI. Come on.
Yeah, I don't think you drew that. As much as I love that.
With the shadows.
I kind of
Florida
really like that.
snowman.
I kind of really like this.
It's really good, isn't it?
Who sent that in?
Even though it's AI, I think that has to stay in the running. Opa of Dragons.
Okay.
It's so good. It's so good. And then another person sent in the T-Back, sent in the News Junkie Olympics.
My guy.
It's so good, but I know you didn't draw it.
Part of it is not very good. That E, that's also a the.
Oh, yeah. Minor problem with this portion of it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, pretty good. The other one I liked more, and maybe that could turn into the sticker. But we have tons of other admissions, and it's not too late for you. Go and draw the logo, draw it on a piece of paper or whatever, wherever you got. You can color it in or not, whatever you want to do. And then go to thenewsjunkie.com and submit it as a photo dispatch. You'll see where you can send it in a photo dispatch right on the website at thenewsjunkie.com. Meanwhile, Cracker Barrel is getting heat once again. They have now instituted a new rule. And they said if you are an employee who is traveling for Cracker Barrel, so you're going around doing work or whatever, you are expected to eat only at Cracker Barrel locations while you're on the road.
What?
And this, they said in an internal message obtained by the Wall Street Journal, Cracker Barrel said that, quote, employees are expected to dine at a Cracker Barrel store for all or at least the majority of all meals while traveling.
Gift card?
Whenever practical, based on location and schedule, they said. The guidance also bars the company from reimbursing any alcohol purchases on business trips unless workers pay out of pocket or get pre-approval for special occasions from senior leadership. The travel meal policy comes as Cracker Barrel continues its efforts to trim expenses amid sagging traffic after their whole
trim your employees.
Their whole logo revamp thing. And people complained about the menu, people complained about the logo and the signs. Cracker Barrel lost $94 million in market value in a day. They've been sinking since that a bit, and now people are taking issue with them saying their employees who are traveling for work may only eat at Cracker Barrel restaurants. All right, let's see. I never worked for a place like that where they could, like, I haven't worked for a place where it would make sense for them to ask me to do that. So, I mean, what's the comparison? iHeart would tell us we can only listen to iHeart radio stations.
And that's all I do.
I think that they're just saying, like, okay, like
Are you in full garb?
We have a bunch of stuff that we pay for as a company, right?
Yeah.
And I think they were saying, like, well, you can't use competitors' services to pay for. Like, you can go on and pay for your own Burger King or whatever you want on the road, but they're saying, like, I think if you're expensing it, they only want to reimburse you for money that you spent at the company.
Yeah, but you know as well as I do, when you work for a restaurant, after a while, it's
tried
the last
it all.
place you want to eat. Yeah. And this is no knock on anybody's food or Cracker Barrel's food or anybody. Just every person I've ever met who works at a restaurant, even if I loved eating at the place, I go, oh my God, this must be nice to work here. The food is so good. And they'd be like, if you work at a place for a couple of years, you're going to hate the food there.
Or you create some really interesting combinations.
You create your own hacks and stuff because you get bored of all the other stuff.
I know people who've worked for restaurants that, like, sort of can't eat the food because they just, they're vegetarian or they have, like, different dietary restrictions or stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you can't be forced into, eating stuff that you don't eat.
Yeah, it's a problem for some of their workers, but we'll see. Maybe you work at Cracker Barrel. Let us know. Tips at the
There's probably one dude that's like, hell yeah. All right,
love
buddy.
it, man.
Give me some catfish.
Quick break. When we come back, the Epstein files. They released more of them. Anything interesting in there? Well, we'll see. Anything going to happen as a result of this? We'll see even more with that. I got clips galore to play before we wrap everything up today. The Power Hour continues next. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
You don't have too much to worry about on the major roadways if you're just starting off your commute, although there's a couple serious problems that might be affecting your ride this afternoon out in Bimini. Eastbound and westbound lanes are blocked on State Road 100 at County Road 45. The roadways collapsed on Empire Church Road near Bear Lake Road out in Groveland there. Try to avoid those areas, and if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by SuperSure.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, not a little sure, but super sure.
It's a new year.
Stand by, School Mike.
Second month of the new year. It's time for you to make those big life decisions, but with ease and peace of mind, because you're going to that mortgage.
Gotta queue up some audio for Today I Learned.
Reviews and over 1,100 reviews at Experience.com. So it's very safe to say that Don knows what he's doing, and I can say with full confidence that he's looking out for you.
Anybody know what show this is? Probably.
Go to the website, hit the button that says compare, and Don will review your quote today. Simple as that. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com. Don't miss the boat, compare your quote. ThatmortgageguyDon.com.
You ever wonder?
Excuse me.
See this? I just got a notification for this story about the CBS News guy. It's part of the Epstein thing since we're getting into it.
Yeah, keep that up. I was talking about that earlier. The guy who was like, hey, it's a long email. Did you see his whole thing?
I haven't. I just saw the notification.
Okay, yeah. Definitely bring that up.
The way forward.
All right, folks, coming over there in 1 sec.
EVs that fit your life at electricforall.org.
I'm John Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
See if you know this song.
I've seen it all. Car crashes, work injuries, defective products.
Gonna end the show today.
Sweet
26 seconds.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan. If you're 55 or
Nice. All right, here we go. We'll get into the Epstein stuff next. There's a lot of responses coming in from people who've been named in this. I can tell you, you guys will be proud of me. I was not mentioned in the Epstein files at all. That's right. I was not mentioned in the Epstein files, not one time. So I got that going for me. I still love Gmail, by the way. It's the best thing ever. They took all of Epstein's files and they made them in an interface that looks like Gmail, and you can search, and then it looks like there's like chat logs on the side for all the famous people, and you can look at them and see all the messages. It's great. That's Gmail. I don't believe that. The News Junkie definitely in the Epstein files. I promise you. I assure you, I am not in the Epstein files. Thank you, by the way. Everybody grabbed those gifted subs over on thenewsjunkie.com. What a day. What a day. You guys really, really, really stepped up. Let me just check YouTube. Okay, YouTube is making some progress. We're down to 15. That's all we need. Now, if those 15 come in the way of secret shows, subscriptions, we could do it that way. If the 15 come in terms of Twitch subs, we could do it that way. But we got 15 more on the board. We'll see if we can wipe them out today. And then, question for you. Does anybody know how I get rid of all the crows that are in my backyard? The tree that I told you about? It got cold, so the crows all flew to my house, and they're all in the backyard in one tree. And if I go out there, they're like, wow, they all take off, and it's crazy. I don't know what to do. Shotgun, maybe? You have to pee on the tree? You think that'll do it? A scarecrow? I don't know if that'll work. Sean wasn't mentioned because they redacted his name. I don't get that kind of special treatment. That's saved for the politicians. They get that kind of treatment, apparently. It's the heat from the pool keeping them warm? The pool is... I don't have the heater on in the pool, though. So I don't know what it is. I mean, that kind of makes sense if I had it heated, but I don't have it heated. Crows remember faces. Do not mess with them. I'll cover my head when I go out there. Don't F with those crows, bro. They hold grudges. I don't want to mess with them. They will teach their young to hate you. It's generational hatred. I don't want to start this. Should I just give them the tree? Should I just give up the tree to the crows? You win. Hell yeah, Scoobla. That IRA stock still got a little room in it, I think. I think it's got $5 in it. All right, Power Hour. We're coming back right now.
Up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday. Let's do this Monday. ZzzQuil Pure Z's. Just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
The path to the Bay is officially locked in. A rematch of New England and Seattle. And iHeartRadio has your complete football coverage. Dive deep into early takes with the official NFL Podcast Network.
Welcome to NFL Daily.
And go live with Fox Sports Radio to join the conversation.
The two best road teams in the NFL.
Plus, iHeart is the home of the Super Bowl 60 tailgate concert presented by NetApp. Just open the iHeartRadio app and search NFL to dive in.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Because therapy's expensive, and we have microphones. This is the news.
Thing. I'll get to this in a moment. An update on the story we talked about earlier. Plus, the Epstein files. Was there anything interesting in there? Oh, you betcha. You betcha, depending on what your name is. There was a lot of stuff in there. We'll talk about that in just a bit here on the show. I need help.
What's wrong?
I'm freaking out over here. I don't know what happened, but, okay. When it got really, really cold, not only did it wipe out some of the plants, it's just fine. You know, there's just a couple of them, not anything expensive or whatever. And I noticed that there was some issues with that. But also, I noticed as of Saturday that there was this huge, I believe it's a gigantic murder of crows.
Oh, yeah.
That is taken over the tree in my backyard.
That's awesome.
When I say murder of crows, hang on, I might be able to bring up the video to show
This
you.
might be my crows. Got them in my neighborhood. Are you leaving out cat food?
No, I don't leave out anything.
Shiny objects?
I'm telling you, this is problematic territory here. Let me bring this up.
They're great birds. You're fine.
Yeah, right.
They'll lift you up.
Okay, here we go. This is what it looks like. It's worse than this suggests. I'm going to show you for those of you over on YouTube and Twitch. Your reward. All right. Actually, I have to mute myself because I don't know if I curse. First time I've ever done that. All right. Walking down the side here of the house. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to see how many there are. Those
are all crows? Or they?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I believe so.
This is your time to imprint, my friend.
That was the picture of my my little ice sculpture.
They've taken over an entire tree. And if you go out there, they all fly up in the air. And they fly. There's hundreds of them.
Oh, this is very exciting.
It's the crowing. I don't know. It's scary. Whatever's going on back there. How do I, without making them mad? I understand before you bird experts come at me that crows hold grudges, and I do not want bad blood. I don't. I am not trying to.
Right?
I don't know about
the crowing.
About the crow or the crowing, or
it's called birds.
Oh, that one. Yeah, the Alfred Hitchcock thing. I don't want any trouble with any of these birds, but I do want them to kindly F off out of the tree in my backyard.
They were all at the same time, according to that video.
They do it. They go up in the air if anybody goes out there, and then lady goes out, and I'm like, well, one crow might not get her, even though these are big-ass crows. But all of these birds, what do I do? What the hell?
I'm so jealous. I will be at your house this afternoon with my bucket of birdseed and my duck call, and I'll get them out of your hair.
Yeah, you can have them. You can have these ones.
And then you look in the sky, and it's me being lifted up by my trench coat, flying across our neighborhood.
It's cool, but I just don't want them in my tree.
What happened to the peacocks during the freeze?
They disappeared. They must have huddled together somewhere. Somebody says large numbers of crows, especially between late fall and early spring, are likely migratory birds joining local populations for warmth, protection from predators, and abundant food sources. These winter roosts can number in the thousands, utilizing urban areas for safety and warmth. Interesting. So they're trying to heat up around here. It's a lot. Here's the update on the other story we were talking about. I told you about the New York Times story about some people, mostly millennials, who are spending absurd amounts of their income each year on DoorDash and Uber Eats and other delivery services. Here's how this is impacting some of the younger communities, and I've heard of this happening from people that I know. But this is somebody who said, my younger sister did this. They got the younger sister.
What did you order?
She's going to get her DoorDash order.
Oh my God. Can you show us what you got?
She DoorDashed popped popcorn from the movie theater.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a big-ass bag of popcorn.
I'm like, lady, you can get a thing of popcorn kernels for like a couple of dollars.
That's not movie theater popcorn, Sean.
You can get a thing on Amazon that you put them inside and it'll perfectly pop them up in this little container you can reuse every single time. Or you could just get a bag of popcorn for like 99 cents. But if you are making financial decisions to buy a bucket of popcorn to have it delivered to your house for like $25, I don't know what that. I don't even know. I don't know.
It's not the same. You know that.
It's insane, is what it is. It's not going to be the same when you get it delivered either, because it's going to be, you want that popcorn immediately.
I never seen such a big bag of popcorn.
Right at the movie theater, you're spending money to have DoorDashed. Just so some of you young folks know, I hate to get all whippersnappery on you here.
Back in my day.
But here's how movie theaters work. The movie theater makes a tiny slice of money off of the ticket that you purchase to go to see the movies. A small slice of that, a sliver, goes to the movie theater that is showing those movies. The lion's share of the money that movie theaters make and thrive off of is purchased with small snacks and things like popcorn at the little commissary area. Go out to the lobby and get yourselves a treat or snack or whatever it is. Those snacks that they sell out there at the movie theater are marked up to insane multiples. And they make a lot of money off each one of them. And that's how they fund the entirety of the movie theater. They don't make much off of the tickets. So everything you're looking at that's on sale has a bigger markup than it would at like an Ulta or a makeup store, which has massive markups. It's crazy already to spend that money on something at a movie theater. But if you're doing it to support the movie theater, that's one thing. If you're getting it afterwards, wow. Financially,
I'm surprised they don't have a deal with DoorDash or Uber Eats where it's like, we'll send you the popcorn and this digital download.
I don't know if they have that, but they literally are on most DoorDashes. So if you look at your DoorDash, you usually will
get like a movie theater hot dog.
I mean, I did something ridiculous like that, but it was a Halloween emergency. And my fog machine was not working, and the trick-or-treaters were already there.
Wait, you bought fog machines?
So I Uber Eats a fog machine from Party City, and it arrived.
A whole fog machine?
Whole fog machine, gallon of fog juice, and Halloween was saved.
That's different because
but
the fog machine at least has some inherent value. The stuff you're buying at DoorDash
children,
has none.
Well, and then give me just the fog machine as I dressed as Beetlejuice. It was very weird.
I just searched for popcorn on Uber Eats, and
what do we got?
I have AMC Altamont Mall, Regal Cinemas. Oh my gosh! Extra large bag of popcorn. It's $23.
Get out of here!
How much is it at the theater, though? Not that much less.
The regular size is $12, which is still kind of.
What are you looking at? I'm going to look up the.
You
a
can
lot
buy
of
a bag
there.
of popcorn for less than $1. It's absolutely, it's like financial seppuku that you're doing. You're trying to, and afterwards you're going to be like, God, everything's so expensive in 2026. Yeah, if you order a limo for your movie theater popcorn, you have enough problems. Stuff is legit expensive. Oh. You Zoomers are going to have to save up forever to try to buy a house.
Oh, you're not going to like this at all. The $23 bag of popcorn, there's an option to add butter for $1. So if you want butter on this popcorn, it's $24.
I'm not
William
seeing
on
the
YouTube
price.
says, I listen to you each day, and while I deliver DoorDash, for the things that people order are totally ridiculous. Earlier today, I delivered one big lighter. One Bic lighter, maybe?
Maybe.
One Bic lighter. Many days I deliver one miniature liquor bottle to people.
Okay, now to be fair, I haven't ordered a lot of liquor on Uber Eats because I would just use like the direct liquor store or like the ABC website. But there are times where if you're trying to, pick out what liquor you want and you're not really paying attention to the price or maybe like the information on the page, they have the mini bottles available, and you don't always know that you're picking them.
They look like big bottles.
Man.
Okay, mega bag of popcorn.
Yeah.
At the AMC is $22.99.
Uh-huh.
So you're paying $2 more, C-Line? That's not bad.
Sabrina, you missed the entirety of the point. The problem is not that it's a big markup from the movie theater to DoorDash to your door, which it is because you're going to get a lot of fees and stuff in there. But the problem is there's nothing with a bigger markup in the world than movie theater popcorn. You could buy a thing of actual you could buy an entire Pop Secret thing with like 10 bags in it for what, $6 or something? It's not very expensive. And you could have delicious popcorn in your house right in the microwave. Getting the stuff from the movie theater is catastrophically bad.
The mega bag, $23 from AMC, at least comes with an 8-ounce bottle of butter topping. Because the other place was charging you an extra $1 for butter. Now you're out $24.
My God.
I'm going to get us some popcorn. You in?
I'm good. I don't really like popcorn that much.
They released more of the Epstein files. I'll do a rundown
popcorn
on this tomorrow because there's some juicy bits in here that most people are missing.
A lot of video came out this time around, huh?
There's some creepy videos.
Yeah.
I'll do a full rundown on this tomorrow because that way people will discover some more stuff because they just dump it on everybody. Don't forget, though, I want everybody to know this, okay? By the way, I searched for Real Radio, and that wasn't mentioned in the Epstein files. But don't forget, if you go to Gmail,
were you worried?
You never know. If you go to Gmail, JMAIL.world. That is my favorite version of this. They are dumping all of the files as they're released, and they're currently indexing and uploading all the latest ones too. And it's just like you're looking at your Gmail, but it's JMAIL.world. And not only can you search through all of them marked by year, just like you're in a Gmail correspondence, which is super interesting. But I love that they have the people on the sideline here. Like if you're on Gmail and you have people you're chatting with, in your contacts, you can click Elon Musk, Michael Wolff, Ehud Barak, Larry Summers, Steve Bannon, Noam Chomsky, Alan Dershowitz, Ghislaine Maxwell. You could click all these different names that appear so many different times in the files, and then it's just very, very easy to open this up and utilize it. It's just like you're using Gmail.
I think they're still adding a bunch because I'm not seeing one of my favorite emails that I read over the weekend from this Epstein dump, and that was these correspondences he had with Elon Musk, where Elon was trying to hang out and come party, and he forwarded it to Ghislaine and was like, "Could you please deal with this?"
No.
Well, one of them I saw, he was like, Elon, do you want to come by the island and hang out, or you want to come by my place and hang out, maybe in New York or something? He said, we're going to have a lot of people who are in town for this United Nations event. And Elon's like, why would I want to go hang out with a bunch of losers from this United Nations thing? And Epstein says, what do you think I am, retarded? I'm talking about a bunch of hotties, and not one of them looks like they're over 25. It's like, what? Like, he was speaking in code, like pedo code, and Elon didn't get his pedo code. And so he's like, hey, here's what we're really doing. So there's a lot in there. There's a lot. If you found anything, stack them up. We'll go through and do a rundown on all the latest discoveries in there tomorrow, so everybody's caught up on that. When we come back, though, here's what we're going to do. Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
You can call me Puzzle Master.
Definitely not going to do that.
How about Big Daddy?
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting another round of cold temperatures after starting off our day in the 20s. We'll make it to highs in the mid-50s for this afternoon. That will be a big improvement compared to what we saw and felt yesterday under mostly sunny sky. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll see high temperatures even better feeling back into the low 60s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Spring Tree Maple Syrup. Here's to 50 years of sweet tradition. Since 1976, Spring Tree has captured the essence of Vermont's maple heritage, bringing the warmth of spring and the sweetness of nature to your table. For 5 decades, they've honored the craft of tapping trees and creating 100% pure maple syrup. Grab your Spring Tree bottle at Publix today.
Folks, it is a chilly one all throughout Central Florida. And what you need to know is that if you have a problem with your heater, don't panic. Mills Air is ready to help you out. The good thing about being locally owned and operated and family owned and operated is they can operate quickly to get out to your house in an emergency when your heater is not working. And they're not going to take advantage of you. They will be as fair as you could possibly imagine with the pricing. And that's why I love the folks over at Mills Air. Leon Mills has the best team in town. This is the place you need to go. Any problem at all with your air conditioner, you dial these folks up at Mills Air. It's 407-277-1159. That's right. It's 407-277-1159. Or stay warm by finding them online at millsair.com.
This Valentine's, surprise her with the most personal, most romantic, most meaningful gift ever. Beautiful jewelry from International Diamond Center. And when you do, we'll make sure you have all the bases covered. With roses, chocolates, and a gift card for a romantic dinner, all on us. At IDC, we've put together a special selection of ready-to-wear gifts, from classics like diamonds and pendants and diamond earrings to stunning new creations from top bridal designers. Italian gold jewelry, rare gemstone jewelry. These are gifts that she'll enjoy not just for a day or two, but for decades to come. Come let our experts help you find the perfect gift. Spend as little as $199 and we'll give you the roses, chocolates, and...
Whoa! That was a huge sneeze. Folks, we have reached that time. That's right, indeed. It's time to rate the show. Rate the show. We do it out of 10. 10 out of 10 is a real winner, a humdinger, a fantabulous representation of broadcast genius level talent. And we put a 10 out of 10 in a wheelbarrow and I roll it over to the News Junkie Hall of Fame. 1 out of 10 is a failure. Rate the show out of 10. Rate the show out of 10. Okay, we're gonna put that there. 8 financed buckets of popcorn out of 10. 8.5 Twitch gifted subs out of 10. 6, 7, 9.34 out of 10. 10 Mad Crows out of 10. 9 out of 10 Groundhog Drizzles. 8.5, 9 out of 10 Counting Crows. 10 out of 10 Crows. Damn it, I should have ended with Counting Crows. You're right. 10, 20, 7.5 missed half the show because of a busted water pipe. Ooh. Sorry. That sucks. 9 out of 10 crows. 10 out of 10 snow barrels. One thing is for sure, my friends. Today is one of those days where you don't question it. You don't question it. Our winner for Chatter of the Day is every person who is epic and gifted subs to secret shows, or every person that gifted Twitch subs. Thank you to everybody over on Twitch. Every person who helped us, boom, knock this out of the park. And if you want to get in, I think there's only like 15 left on YouTube. You guys might have done more. I'm keeping an eye on Twitch in the last moments here. I'll keep an eye on thenewsjunkie.com if you gift any subs over there. And if you hit that 15, we'll discuss when we're doing the bonus stream tomorrow. Thank you. Stay gold. I love you. You're the best. Like the stream, please. Like the stream. Light the stream. Oh, I forgot. We still got to do Rate My Blank. Boy, oh boy.
Use as directed.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
At Rasmussen University, getting started has never been easier. Thanks to multiple start dates, a generous transfer credit policy, and no SAT or ACT requirements. You bring the ambition, we'll help you build the future. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
A safe haven of sorts for all of the 95%ers. This is...
Today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. Thank you for being with us here on the show today. We appreciate you. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. Rate my blank on the way out. Let me see. I'm getting all these. I'm getting as many as I can loaded up so we can quick fire through a ton of these submissions. And the goal today was rate my doodle. And I wanted you to redo the News Junkie logo. I said the best one, we'll take it and turn it into a sticker, and then we'll give it out to people who are listening to the show. We had some good submissions, some bad submissions, some definitely AI submissions, some submissions that are definitely AI, but still so good that maybe we'll still use them.
Any of them like crayon or paint?
Yeah, there's a couple
grease?
marker type things drawn in here.
One looked like it was drawn on the side of like a package.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, I almost have. I got a bunch of them up. I don't have all of them, but we are going to rapid fire go through these for everybody over on the stream. All right, here we go. Ready?
Yes.
This is Craig from Colorado, and he has drawn the logo with some stick figures of us in there. All right, let's keep moving. This is
definitely AI.
That's AI. It's a needle by somebody's arm injecting the headlines into them.
If it had flames. Oh, wow.
This is just the top version. It says junkie there, yeah. Yeah, this is just the top version of the logo because they saw that on the website.
Stained?
It is a little rough looking.
I like it.
Oh, this one's great. That's really good. This is a real drawing, too. Yeah, this is like with a frozen iguana on it. That's really impressive. Hang on. This is... that's just a sticker. That's just we already did that one.
I think so.
Here's the News Junkie with
that has my vote.
a penis over the eye, and it says Sean killed a dog once. That's rude. We already did that one. Here it says the News Junkie, nice and simple, but still well done and definitely hand drawn. Here's the
MS
News
Paint.
Junkie. Yeah, this one's definitely done in MS Paint. It's got our names written into the logo.
Quirky,
you can see all these on the newsjunkie.com in the submitted dispatches section. This says the next episode, smoke weed every day.
That's an interesting plant as well.
Wow.
Are we farting on you?
I think so.
I think you're number two. Yeah.
This is
That's really good.
Very well done with some highlighter action on a napkin that somebody did.
Oh, that's a napkin. I thought it was a package.
Here's this is AI, but it's so good. It's like a winter in Florida one. I love.
Is that another penis?
That's the ramp right there from one event we did. Here's somebody scrawled out the logo. We're running out of time, so I'm trying to go fast. That's definitely AI, right? I think it's
pencil.
It's like really smooth lines. This is like a Valentine's Day one that they used AI. Oh, this is cool. The News Junkie theme park. Hot Take Mountain. The next episode was Sabrina. This week in Florida.
Hot Take Mountain.
Hot Take
Skull Mike. This is pretty fun for a hand drawn one. I think he did a great job. and a few more. Here's another hand-drawn one. This is definitely AI, but This Week in Cats is featured on it.
I can't believe you're still bringing that up. What is that? What are we wearing?
Kentucky Derby edition. We're all dressed up for the Kentucky Derby, I guess.
The rose. That's something.
Yeah.
Well, you look like you're about to award it to somebody. Like, will you take this final rose?
Oh,
this one has lady inside of the drawing that they did. That's very good. I like it. Here's another one. And the final one I have for now, the News Junkie. This is breaking stuff. This is AI, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think
cute.
it's otherwise it'd be too good of a sketch. What do we think? What's our winner?
It was one of the first three that I really enjoyed, but the hand-drawn one. The
I
iguana
like the theme
one.
park. But the hand-drawn iguana one is good
too.
Iguana?
Yeah, it's right here. This is literally a squirrel. Congratulations.
Right.
Literally a squirrel. Email me, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. So many of you did a great job, though. And I encourage people to go over there and check them out because there's more coming in as of right now. Click the dispatches section of the website and show people some love. Hit like on their submissions, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, I don't know if we're going to get any dispatches in. I think we really just kind of got to get the hell out of here. So let's do that. There's a lot more to discuss this week on the show, so don't miss out as we roll around with a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But right now, let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, February 2nd, 2026. Today I learned the creator of this.
Simpsons.
The Simpsons is correct. Matt Groening. I never know if it's Groening or Groening. Groening? I think it's Groening. I believe it's Groening. Matt Groening, creator of The Simpsons, has not one, not two, not three, but 11 children.
Damn.
Kind of a collection of them going on.
Swimmers are working.
He's been making the show since 1989. He was born in 54, so he was just 35 years old when he first started to make The Simpsons. He's still making it now in 2026. Today I learned the movie Castaway, none of the sound on the island scenes is real.
What?
They had to fake all of it. The loudness of the ocean waves on the actual uninhabited island they were filming on was so overwhelming that every single sound on the island and ocean scene, including Tom Hanks' monologues, were carefully recorded in a studio.
I thought the island they recorded or shot that on did have inhabitants.
You can throw a flag on the field all you want, but it's what it says in front of me here. I don't know. And finally, today I learned this band right here.
The Eurythmics.
That's right. The Eurythmics is correct. And the name of this song?
Sweet Dreams.
Sweet Dreams Are Made of This.
That's right. Yes. Dave Stewart of the Eurythmics, when he was meeting Annie Lennox, his future bandmate, while she was waitressing at a vegetarian cafe in 1976, his first words ever to her were, "Will you marry me?" She said no. And he said, "Well, can we be in a band then?" And he chose that as a backup. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.